good morning, my people. Top of the top. It is, excuse me, y'all got to get this together. It is the 16th day of March. It is Monday, 8:01 a.m. And we always have to start it off by thanking the big fella upstairs for allowing us to be able to see another day, another minute, another hour, another second, for us to be able to breathe, open up our eyes, put our feet on the ground, and see another minute, another hour, another week, whatever you want to call it. Let's always give thanks to our higher power for that. Safe travels to everybody, and I mean everybody and anybody out there traveling, wherever you gotta go. I please arrive there as safe as you can. Kids going to school should be going straight there. Any parents that are taking their kids to school, please make sure that they arrive there safe. Get them there safe. No rushing to where you gotta go. I don't care where it is. You just remember that your job is replaceable, but your life is not. We don't want no accidents on the way to where you gotta go. Everybody just be safe out there. And dress appropriate because this weather tends to flip-flop on people. So yeah, that part right there. I hope everybody's feeling blessed, appreciated, and thankful for seeing another day and knowing with him all things is possible. Good morning, everyone. I didn't think I was gonna make it here in time. I just had something I had to take care of. So finally got that out the way, but it's all good. We here now. Back for another day with this boxing talk. We're gonna get into it. If you're new to the channel, please check it out before subscribing. This might not be for you. It's not for a lot of people, and it's okay. But if this is for you and you're finally saying to yourself, finally, I could come to a place where they're not talking about the same fighters, the same topics. Oh my God, I found it. Then this is it. And this is for you. We have a good fight week this week, so we got some things we're going to get into. But make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I want to welcome everybody to Doug Studios. And I want to welcome everybody to the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go. Be free. What's up? We'll get this going, y'all. This weather outside. Hold on, y'all. This weather outside is like, sheesh. It's a little too much going on out there. Little too much going on out there, man. This weather's like up and down, up and down. I'll just be glad when it just get fully warm and we don't have to worry about too much of that. Mike Ron, what up? Salute, family. Josh Sanders, my Midwest brother. What's up? It's all good. It's all good, my guy. Get that money. I'll be in my office later. I'll be in my office later, man. Well, I'm in my office now, so let me take that back. I'm in my office now, but I got a gig, so I'll be at my gig later. So there probably won't be no live on me later. I'll be at my gig. You know what I'm saying? I could do it from there, but the service is terrible. Service is kind of horrible, so I don't know if I'll be able to pull that off. But we'll see though. Good morning. Well, I would say to the Freeze, but that's not Mrs. Free. That's little Mrs. Free. I already knew that wasn't Vicky. I could tell. Where's my girl at home, or you got to get her?
She at home. I just dropped her off.
Okay. But damn, you move pretty fast, Free.
Yeah, it only take me about 45 minutes to get home.
You ever say
It
to
took me.
yourself one day, Free? Do you ever say to yourself, "This sounds crazy," and I know you probably gonna be like, "Nope." You ever tell yourself one day, "I'm just not driving no more. That's gonna be it for me. I put too many years in driving." Top link.
You said, did I ever say what?
One day I'm not driving no more. That's gonna be it, man. Not now, but some point where you be like, "Yo, I'm too old to be on the road." That's it for me. Thank God.
Yeah, soon as I can get me a Tesla that has auto drive.
He said Top Rank got a new home with the zone now. Uh, mm. Well,
Well,
I think that's. I mean, they. I mean, what were they? What were they gonna do? Going back to ESPN Plus was a no-no. That wasn't gonna happen. MVP done stole that show. They needed a new. They needed somewhere to land. But I just hope that the attitude that they got and how they do business doesn't affect affect what they do with them over there. Because them people over there, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Them people over there they a trip. They're a real trip. That's no cap. It is what it is. What up though, brother Free?
ain't nothing. Ain't nothing.
Well, somebody texted me last night, right? I ain't gonna say who they are, but they funny. Me and you know them, right? They was like, yo, you know what thing I love about you and Free? And what I love about your show, I said, what? Y'all, he was like, y'all motherfuckers don't be holding nothing back. So I said, well, what do you mean by that? He said, because there's stuff that y'all would say at first, and I was like, I don't know how to feel about what they saying, but then when I took the time to sit and listen to what they say, like what y'all say, a lot of that shit be making sense. And I said, what about the boxing? He said, not so much about the boxing, but just the topics. I said, oh, okay. I said, hey, I appreciate that. He said, no, man, I just gotta let you know that because he was like, too many people be sugarcoating shit. So I just need to let you know that. And I was like, yo, I appreciate that, bro. I said, but you know how me and Free is. I said, you know how me and Free is. You've been around us. He's like, nah, no, I'm just letting y'all know that sometimes you have to sit and think about certain shit that people say. But I thought about it and I was like, yo, you know what? Yeah. Carter.
Uh,
Yes, he
what
is.
goes?
Shout out to Carter. Shout out to G5 for being the father he is. Shout out to my man Carter, man. Chloe, shout outs to those kids, man. Wonderful job that he's done with them, but definitely shout out to Carter. I'm hoping to get out to Texas one day to see Carter play. But by the time I do, Carter probably be damn near high school when I make it out there.
My man Carter gonna be a senior in college.
Nah, it ain't gonna be that long now, Free. You wilding right now. That's crazy. That's crazy, Free.
That nigga Clarence going. He gonna say, man, I'm made it to all Carter's game. That nigga, the nigga G5 said, yeah, you have because he playing in daggone Syracuse or he playing at Rutgers. That's why you made it to the damn games.
I ain't gonna lie though. I damn sure say that shit too. Like he up north now. I can make it to all the games. I damn sure will. If he ever played in New York or New Jersey, oh, I'll definitely make it my business to pull up. For real.
Hey, where
When,
Ghostface Killer at? Where Ghostface Killer at?
who the hell's that?
Seafood. Seafood look just like Ghostface Killer. Where's Ghostface Killer at?
I call him the grandfather of 50 Cent. I don't know. He pops in and out. I think he's probably with the dude he be training. And then from there, he goes to the gym. He got a lot going
Oh,
on. I ain't gonna lie. When it come to boxing, my man out here getting money. Like he out here going bonkers. I be seeing his videos, man. He be all over the place. He getting money as he should. I would have been more happy if I would have Not that I have a problem with where he's at, but I'd have been glad to see him with his own gym because I think he deserves it. But where he's at with Eric, Hell's Gate is a perfect match. They both are friends, and they're gonna go on to do some great things this year in that gym. I wipe out for you. I swear, you ain't lying. Oh yeah, what about me? Yeah, well, you know, if Carter was
No,
playing on,
he talking about he look like Ghostface Killer. Nah,
oh, you talking about? Oh, see,
Seafood. Nah, I was looking at a video that Ghostface and Method Man did yesterday. I was like, man, this nigga Seafood look just like Ghostface Killer.
You know what's so crazy? This shows you how every member in the Wu is being taken care of. Did you ever notice how the younger days, even down to Raekwon, all of them was like slim. Now you look at them, even though they older now, but as the years went on, you looked at them, you look at Ghostface, man, he pudgy like a motherfucker. I said, oh man, that show you they eating right though.
What's going on, Freaky Zeke?
Uh-oh. Angie, my girl, what up? Don't worry, we wasn't talking about you. We didn't say nothing bad about you. We got to get Angie to come out to these fights. Yo, Angie, I know you be busy, but come out to these fights, baby girl. Come out to these fights. You need to make it to April 10th. He said they all got dad by. Yeah, I mean, a lot of them was fathers when they first came into the game. That's what's so crazy. A lot of them was already fathers. She said, shut up, Free. I was just looking at a video with Freaky Zeke too the other day. I was like, that dude is crazy, man. Crazy. Well. So Free, you do know there's a fight Thursday on the Zone. Salida Promotions.
Huh?
There's a fight Thursday. Salida Promotions. Yeah.
Who was that?
I looked it up yesterday. So Salida Promotions got something. With a couple of it's funny how we was mentioning Puerto Rican fighters. They actually got an event where there's some Puerto Rican fighters on this card Thursday.
God damn.
Uh-oh.
This nigga got a head on him. I gotta see if I can turn this camera around. God damn, y'all ain't gonna see it. Dang, y'all ain't gonna be able to see it. This nigga head, you know how your head is shaped and in the back you got the little lump in the back?
Yeah.
This nigga head is reversed. The lump is in the front. The back of the head is small. I think, not to say anything bad about God, I think God put his head on backwards. That man's head is backwards as hell.
Oh, you know what? I can't stand you. I really can't stand you, yo. I can't stand you, Free.
This nigga head.
He said, is it bigger than a tumor? He said, Josh said, is it bigger than a tumor? No, you ain't shit.
That nigga, you know how niggas had the little lump that goes in the back of their head before it gets to the neck part? That nigga joint was in the front. Damn. That nigga, the front of that nigga head look like a sludge hammer.
What up, fam?
Sludge hammer head ass dude. That nigga. No, you know what that joint look like? His joint look like a ballpoint hammer.
Hold on,
like a ballpoint hammer.
Not sludge hammer. Jesus Christ, not sludge hammer. That's crazy work. That's crazy. Sludge hammer is crazy.
God damn.
Jay Bliss. Yo, I ain't gonna lie to you, Jay Bliss. Jay Bliss, you got a rap name. You can either be a battle rap or you could actually be a rapper signed to a label. Jay Bliss is crazy because nobody can say that that's corny. That is an ill rap name. Jay Bliss. Yo, you get Jay Bliss new album? Or you see that battle with Jay Bliss? Yo, he 3-0'd, homie.
Jay Bliss just signed with the Locks.
Man, that would be quick. Hey, that would be crazy. That would be crazy. I just realized his name that's a smooth name, Jay Bliss, man. I ain't gonna lie. Because a lot of these dudes be
you got Jadakiss, you got Seek Luch. He said he a bass player. You got Jadakiss, Sheik Lutz, Styles P, J Hood, and Jay Blitz.
Well, they don't mess with him no more. So poor Jay Hood done, yeah, he done.
He was doing grimy shit when I was in New York, because he's from Yonkers, but he came and started hanging out Mount Kisco, but he was still doing stuff in Yonkers or whatever. Because when DMX moved up to Bedford Hills, he came up and chilled with DMX for a while. So he was hanging out Mount Kisco, but he was always doing a little grimy stuff.
Yeah, I tell you, in these music industry relationships, it's crazy. My rap name is your rap name is what, Angie? Oh shh. RGM, what up? Vay, what up? I'm sorry, Vay, I didn't see you.
Hold up, she didn't win. She said,
Angie, crazy.
Freaky Zeke, I'm gonna need you to chill out with the goddamn shit, cause it's early in the morning, and the way that shit look on
Jay
my
Gibson,
screen,
what's up, man?
I'm on my
I ain't
phone.
see you in I ain't see you in a minute, Jay Gibb. What up? What's up, family? So yeah, Thursday, Salida Promotions, it'll be on the zone, but they got a card Thursday, so that's the good thing. Good thing.
That shit look like some Spanish writing. I couldn't even pronounce it.
Yeah, I couldn't either. She said, "Get doubles as my stripper name." Angie, let me tell you something. If you don't want to be like Diamond from the Players Club and get followed home by a dude named Byron, you better stop, Angie. I always make sure you get home safe.
Get doubles.
Angie, you gonna mess around if you Diamond in Players Club.
Get it doubles. Get it doubles.
Listen, you gonna make sure. Listen, you're gonna have that dude follow you home. Always make sure you get home safe. It means black beans. Oh Lord. Andy, did you just talk Spanish to us and just switch over to English? Is that what you just did?
That's what I just said. It looks Spanish to me. Cause I'm looking at it, I'm like, hold up. That shit looks
Angie
Spanish
on the real Angie.
I was just in the international aisle.
Angie, one of them dark Dominicans. Is that what you are, Angie? And that's cool though. Let me get back to
Angie. Angie ass ain't dark. She light skinned. Angie, you see Angie from her damn picture. She light as hell.
I think it's the camera. I want to know if it's the camera, Free.
Nah, I went on her Instagram. That's her complexion.
No, she has a very beautiful complexion. I just be like, I don't want her to get to the cookout, and I'd be like, Angie? Is that Angie? Angie, wear your glasses. Don't be trying to pull up to the cookout because I see you got glasses on. Don't be trying to pull up to the cookout in contacts and shit, trying to pull up all cute, trying to come up all disguised as if Free's not gonna notice you. Because soon as Free see you, he gonna work on you because that's what he do to everybody. He gonna
show up in some gray contacts.
It's a great. No, not the gray ones. You got great contacts, Angie? Is that what we doing? That's how we coming outside? Heard you. Well, it probably won't be no single fellas at my event for what I know. Well, let me take that back. Because it's about maybe one or two. But Angie's off the market, y'all. In order to be with Angie, you got to be able to break her off with some of the benefits y'all got. So if you don't have a SSI, you don't have the EBT or any other type of benefit, leave Angie alone.
SSI.
I am brown.
Your ass ain't brown.
You said she brown.
Nigga, she ain't brown. She wanna be brown.
Don't come on, don't do that, Free. The woman just said she brown. What you want her to do?
Nigga, I'm brown. Angie is darker than me. I mean, lighter than me. I'm brown.
So you consider
You
yourself brown,
brown.
Free? You consider yourself brown, Free?
Yeah, I
She
mean,
said true.
you're
She said
brown.
true.
I'm
Yeah, I
brown.
told you. Hey, Angie, if they talking to you, whatever benefits they y'all better have some benefits, man. Because my girl is. I'm sure my girl is not gonna be with you for the money, but you gonna have to be able to bring something to the table. So please don't approach her with your
Hey,
pockets empty.
I got Medicaid, Angie. I got Medicaid.
This motherfucker.
I got an
She ain't asking
AARP
you to pay.
card.
She ain't asking you to
I got an
pay the
AARP
hospital
card.
bills. She ain't asking you to pay the hospital bills, fool. You know
Hey,
what?
I let you
Let me
use
get to this boxing.
I let you use my AARP. You get everything half off.
Angie can pass for black. She can't pass. She can't pass for black and Latino. There you
Oh,
go.
they gonna Ghostface. What they gonna Ghostface killer?
Yeah, Free is denying my. No, she. You know what, Jay Bliss? She can pass for black and Dominican. But you know when you see Dominicans anyway, they look like us. So especially here. Yo, Free, I ran up on these group of girls one day, not run up on them, but I'm coming across them, right? And I'm like, oh man, here we go with some bullshit. A fight about to break out. I get up there and they start. I said, oh shit. Neither one of them speak the lick of English. And they about as dark as me. I said, oh, okay. It was crazy.
Nigga, I walk up on the joint. They not speaking no English. I'm walking off because I know somebody about to pull out a blade, and their hands are going to be moving way too fast.
Hey, one thing about Latino, listen, one thing about Latinos, especially in New York, boy, one thing they known for here, it will cut your cut your ass up. I'm the type of brown you don't turn down. I'm the type of brown you don't turn down. Here he go. Here the grandfather of 50 Cent.
See,
The
I told
grandfather of 50
you.
Cent. Here you go.
I told you, Ghostface Killer always got to sit up here and rhyme. Nigga, this ain't no video shoot. You up here rhyming and stuff.
Why is the sky blue? Why is water wet? Hey. Yo.
Ghostface Killer, all I want to know is make sure you keep the killer bees in the hive this summer. We don't need a killer bee.
You know what?
Swarming.
Before we get to this boxing, you know what I noticed? Even if Wu-Tang would have never exist, do you know how dangerous, and even though they ended up being dangerous, you know how dangerous Ghostface and Raekwon would have been just alone, with not even with Wu-Tang existing. If they never exist, just those two, you got a Stapleton and a Park Hill guy. Jesus Christ. And they still ended up being a problem. Jesus. When you start thinking of 2-man, 2-on-2, when you think of 2-on-2 duels, them two right there, Jesus.
Hey, I don't know, because that joint that Ghostface and Method Man came out with recently, that joint fire.
Well, they still got it. You talking about these guys are in their 50s still hanging with guys and Duck, you are blessed to be around professional boxers. Well, Jay, I tell you with this, I'm blessed to be around the people, period. Fighters, coaches, you guys, Free, Five, who I've never been around, but just I get what you're saying, but yeah, I am blessed. That's why I never take advantage of it. That's why I thank God to have people in my life like Seafood and what he's done, introducing me to the people he introduced me to, allowing me in his circle. The fighters I've met, coaches, man, it's a blessing. This is why I don't take advantage of this boxing shit. I love it, man. It put me in a place that I thought I'd never be in. So it's definitely a beautiful thing, man. Definitely a beautiful thing. Yo, I got these Ring magazine shits I ain't never read yet, Free. I realized them books, when you haven't read a book in a while or them Ring magazines, you forget how much comes in them books. And I'm like, man, I ain't gonna never get the end of. I'm never gonna get to the part where I need to get to in this book because there's so much going on that I gotta take the time to read it. But yeah, like I said, this Thursday, Salida Promotions, there's a show this week.
Hey, we was talking about reading books last night, and I was telling them about James Patterson with the Alex Cross series. Those are the only books I ever read since I've been an adult, and I actually enjoy reading the entire series.
You know what book I like to read? What was that boxer that Denzel played when he was in jail? Was it Hurricane Carter?
Hurricane Carter. Hurricane
No,
Carter.
does he? Yeah, does he? Is there a book on him?
Yeah. Yep.
Well, you got to
There's
go
a
like
book
the
on
Barnes and
Hurricane
Noble. You
Carter.
got to go like the Barnes and Noble and get it, or probably like order that shit off Amazon.
You probably can get it from both. You probably can get it from Barnes and Noble, Amazon, because that book is old. The story that Denzel did was a real life story, and
Yeah.
that was how the young man found Hurricane Carter. He read the book about Hurricane Carter. But yeah, you probably could find it at Barnes and Noble or Amazon, because that book, the book that they made about him is about, I want to say about 30 years old, 40 years old.
Mm. You know, every time I seen that movie, you know, you have to get people to play certain roles, right? Rather if the story's believable or not. But Denzel played that to the T. He played that to the T, man.
Yeah, we was talking about Denzel last night because Michael B. Jordan just won an Oscar yesterday, and so we was talking about we was comparing his career to being like the next Denzel Washington or whatever, who's going to take the torch for the next Denzel. And I said Michael B. Jordan, like he's stepping into that spot to be able to take the place of Denzel.
Well, for people who don't know, for young people that may not know, so when you look at Creed, you're thinking, okay, I know that kid either from Creed or I know him from Black Panther, but people don't know that Michael B. Jordan's career goes way back to being a little boy when he had cornrows. He been around for some time.
Yeah,
I think
that was
like
the first time anybody seen him, was on The
yeah,
Wire.
yeah, and even before that, I think he had did something, but yeah, he been around a very long time, but he really didn't start getting his big break until these movies started. Because when I saw him in Black Panther, I was like, oh shit. I said, oh, okay. But I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you one thing he gonna be remembered for out of every damn thing. There's a lot of shit he gonna be remembered for, but that damn Sinners, boy. Jesus Christ.
That's what he won. That's what he won an Oscar for.
Jesus Christ. Because mind you, he had to play like he had a twin. So he had to play two roles. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You know how difficult that is? Jesus. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of movies I don't like. I'm usually into vampire movies, but for some reason, Free, that ain't one I can watch. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. Jesus. But shout out to my man Michael B, man. Shout outs to him, man. And we can't hate. We got to give him his just due. Got to give it to him, man. He came a long way. But you know what, though? I felt like, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I always wondered if this guy would have never died, would he be the guy we'd be talking about today? And probably not. But Marlon Santana, rest in peace.
Yeah.
Because I felt like he was I felt like he was almost on his way there. Almost, maybe I'm wrong, and then tragedy struck.
I mean, probably so, because if you really think about it, Michael B. Jordan, he pretty much stepped into that role.
Yeah. That's what I was saying to people. I wasn't trying to compare them, but I said, you know, kind of that, you know, that sex symbol, because people looked at them, looked at Marlon like, you know what I mean? And he was from out here. Tiff knows a lot about him. Tiff could tell you a lot of stuff about him. But I always wondered, like, damn, not saying I don't like Michael, but I said if that would have never happened to Marlon, it's no telling where his career would have went, because you got to remember, just like Michael, he started his career out young, Marlon. He started out young, you know what I'm saying? So by the time I looked up and saw him on the Steve Harvey show he used to do when he was a teacher, I said, oh, I remember that dude. He's from the Cosbys. And then he was on Moesha. I think he made an appearance on Moesha.
Yeah, he was Moesha's boyfriend when Moesha had like 3 boyfriends. That's what she was dealing with. Marlon, she was dealing with my guy from the Onyx, Fred Star. Yeah, and she was dealing with it was another guy.
It was another guy. I'm trying to think.
Marlon,
was Usher a part of that?
Usher made a guest appearance.
But he wasn't part of that episode, right?
No. That was another episode.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. We gotta give Brandy her props, because I'm telling you, there's been a lot of TV shows where you've seen a lot of stars, but Moesha, man, I ain't gonna even lie, boy. God, the people that she was able to get on there was fucking crazy. You'll never see that shit again in TV. Crazy. But yeah, Marlon, man, rest in peace. I was kind of disappointed when I heard the way he went out, and I was like, come on now. That's crazy.
Because remember, Kobe made a guest appearance on Brandy too, and they end up dealing with each other in real life.
Crazy work.
For a short period of time.
Crazy work. Yeah, but I always wondered if he'd have been that dude. But like I said, tragedy struck. It's funny because these guys, when their careers slow down or whatever they got going on. And this is for anybody. You can't fall victim to the hood. This is why it's important that even when you don't have something going on, you got to find something, because you'll find yourself back in the hood or back in the community that don't give a damn about you. And the crazy thing is, you may not be doing as good as people think you are, but you got some people who look at you and all they see is celebrity, and they feel like you got a couple dollars. They feel like you got something that you got more than them. And it's just sad. It's very sad, because when your career slows down, so does the money. And I don't think people realize that. It's like even in boxing. You see a boxer, let's just say you at a gas station, you and Vicky, you see a boxer, and you thinking, you know what I mean? And then you got the stick-up kids out there like, we should get him. Because I know he got it. But you don't know what he going through. That dude probably don't even have it like you think he got. You know what I'm saying? Because now he's not where he used to be. So I always tell people, even when your career slow down, don't fall victim, which means don't find yourself in places that you know damn well you don't belong there. If you don't serve a purpose there, I always say, if you don't serve a purpose there, don't be there, man. Don't be there.
That's why I wanna know what's going on with William Joppy. I haven't seen him in years.
I'm guessing William Joppy is probably living off the grid somewhere. Who knows? He's probably living. So, all right, what's up? What's up, Queen? That's who I wanted to talk about. I think I'm going to get that Thursday. I said somebody else Thursday, but I think Thursday we'll probably jump into William Joppy, because William Joppy was, I had liked William Joppy. I think that's who I'm going to do Thursday. I'm going to get into him Thursday. I wonder where a lot of fighters is at. We talked about Ike Cortez, but I think Ike Cortez back in his country. I seen something on him. Of course he's older now, but he looks like he's doing okay. Yeah. Long as they doing okay and they're alive, that's what makes me happy. What kind of gets me down is when you got to hear that they're homeless. They're sleeping on benches. They're walking the streets. Because when the fame is over, like I always say, these same people that you have been taking care of and been helping you are not going to do the same for you. So now you find yourself in a situation where you begging and borrowing. And now all the people you help, you think you'll get some of that help back. And you don't. You don't get none of it back. Which to me is crazy. All the helping you have done, you won't get none of it back. But don't fall victim. Just don't fall victim to the hood, y'all. Don't fall victim to the hood. That's all we ask. Because, like I said,
why are you being mean to me, Devin?
you could easily go from having it to having a little bit of it to having nothing. What?
He said Fred Jones a crackhead.
Fredro who? Fredro Star?
That's what Seafood said.
Listen, I ain't got no comment. I'm not getting slammed by the guy from Slam. Get the hell out of here. I'm good. Nope. I'm good. Hey, listen. I don't want no smoke with Bamboo from Strat. I don't want that. Nope. I do not want no beef with Q. I want no beef from Q from Moesha. I don't want none of that. You understand? I don't want no issue with Shorty. All right? From Sunset Park. I want no issue. So I want no issue. Nope. You will not get me, Seafood, to say anything. Nope. No sir.
You.
Yeah, but Thursday, y'all, William Joppy. I'm glad that my man Free brought it up. We're gonna do William Joppy. And just in case y'all don't know who he is, I'll make sure I'll put it down so y'all don't know who he is. Because in the description, sometime in the description, I don't feel like writing. I know sometimes y'all see me writing the description sometimes, but I don't like doing it all the time. Some people could constantly do it. With me, I get tired of doing that shit sometimes. I don't feel like doing it. So I be chilling. But yeah, man, shout out to Michael B. Jordan. Shout outs to him. Congratulations to that good brother. It's always good to see the torch get passed on. So hopefully, Michael B. Jordan and other great actors out here, because there's a lot of other great actors out here, they will pass the torch. Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about, passing the torch. And I think in music, in movies, in sports, the torch is supposed to be passed. A lot of times it's not. Because people want to hold on to the torch. There's some people who want to hold on and not pass it. They want to take credit for everything. I have no problem passing the torch. You know what I'm saying? Now, whatever you do with it when it get passed to you is your business. But I think everybody should pass the torch. Even in your family, as a father, you do something, you pass the torch to your kids. So your kids pass it down to their kids. Or you pass it down to your grandchildren. You said probably Seafood crazy. Seafood was crazy. I'm looking at the comments as I'm reading. That's why I keep looking down. Does the hood fall victim to us? I don't. I'll tell you like this, right?
They fix your car.
We are constantly riding and dying and wilding out for a place that doesn't give a shit about us. And what I mean by a place, I mean our community. Because these same blocks that you are protecting, these same blocks that you're sticking up for, these same blocks that you're saying, hey, this is my block and nothing goes on unless I da 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 da. But these are the same blocks and same communities that will tell on you. And these are the same blocks that will take you out. There's no loyalty in the streets. That's always been the rule. That's why we have so many of our brothers and sisters have fell victim to the streets, trying to be loyal to something that don't care about you in the first place. So don't fall victim. Because I don't really care about no, I don't own anything. I don't own a block. I don't own a community. I don't own it. The only thing I own right here is my show. It's the only thing I own is my show. Even if YouTube said, hey, we got to get rid of them, guess what? I still own it. Because I could take my brand and go anywhere with it. I don't have to stay on YouTube. I choose to. That's the only thing I own. But some people are going to find out the hard way, because everybody lives in this world where they feel like they got to just prove how gangster or how black. If you out here still trying to prove how black you are, that's just crazy, because it's like you ain't got to do all that. You ain't got to do all that. I got to do this because I might lose my black card. I might lose my black card. If I start talking like this and start hanging around these kind of people, if I go out and go get an honest job, if I put myself in certain places, people are going to look at me different. Oh my God, I don't want to lose my black card. So I got to go out of my way to prove to people how black I am still. I'm not doing that shit. I ain't doing that for you and nobody else.
I never been down with that whole black power shit.
Hell no, I ain't with none of that shit.
I'm
not about to prove to you how black I am. I'm not about to do that shit. You got to be crazy. I don't want to lose my black card. Some of y'all out there, I don't want to lose my black card. And I ain't talking about literally the black card. I ain't got to prove how black I am. I ain't got to do that shit. Ain't nothing. When I came into this world, there was nothing that said that I had to do that. I ain't doing that shit for nobody. For nobody. All I have to do is what God sent me to do. That's all I got to do.
Right.
And I think that's where a lot of people are getting it twisted. They get it twisted. Oh God, I got to hold on to my black card. I got to hold on to my black card. If I start doing this and doing that, they're not going to think I'm black anymore. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. If I start hanging around too many white people, oh my God. If I start eating certain food, oh my God. If I talk about going to get a house, a decent apartment, moving out the ghetto, oh my God. They're not going to look at me the same no more. Oh my God. Seafood, there ain't nothing to explain. What is there to explain? There ain't nothing to explain. It is what it is. I'm not doing that for nobody. I don't give a shit. There's nothing nobody can tell me. I'm not doing that for nobody. You might have to do it, sir. Somebody you know might have to do it, but Clarence McClain ain't got to do it. No Duck Zone ain't got to do it. That's why it's called No Duck Zone, because I'm not ducking shit. I ain't got to do it. I'm not proving to you how black I am. I ain't doing it to a judge. I ain't doing it to a police officer. I'm not doing it to the president, the mayor, the governor, nobody. Nobody. Because I come from a family where we were taught, fight for what you believe in. Fight for what you believe in. As long as you believe in it, forget what everybody else thinks. I'm not proving to nobody how black I am. Nobody. I don't give a shit who you are. Because if that's the case, the way some of us act in this world and on social media, that's not what black people do. All this stuff that you see, how we come at each other and the way we talk to each other, the way we just do each other, it's crazy. That's not the behavior of us. I'm not doing that for nobody. And if you're going out of your way to prove to people how black you are pathetic. You are pathetic. Because we're not doing that. Not doing that for nobody. And that's a shout out to anybody on here and anywhere else in the world. If you're going out of your way to prove to people how black you are, you're pathetic. Because I'm not doing that for nobody. That's not how I was raised. See, I can only go by how I was raised, not by how somebody else was raised. Some of y'all were raised different. What the hell is going on? Why am I not seeing the comments? Like, they here, but why am I like, what's going on here? It just disappeared for a second. Oh man, see, this is this type of games they playing. I ain't seeing it on either side. Oh, Jesus. Okay, wait a minute. All right, hold on, y'all, because we having some tech. That's why I ain't responding to nobody, because I don't see nothing. What the hell going on here? Okay, now it came up. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. It came up now. For a second, the comments were in and out, so I ain't responding to nobody. My bad. I'm just seeing it now. Yeah, keep that on. Keep just for my brothers and sisters, my real brothers and sisters. Keep that on your mind. Keep that on your mind. Don't let anybody else tell you different. Don't fall victim also to stupidity, because it's a lot of it out here. Don't fall victim to that shit. There's one thing I can't stand in this world is stupidity. Don't fall victim to stupidity, y'all. Can't leave my house without my black card. Gotta have my black card. I'm going to the projects. I gotta have my black card free. If I ain't got my black card, they're not gonna accept me in here. You know, I want my homies to be thinking I done changed on them. So I gotta make sure I have my black card. Man, get the fuck out of here.
No, I mean,
hold on, Seafood. Oh, did he ask me to plug him in, or am I tripping?
Huh?
Did he ask me to plug him in? You asked me to plug you in, Seafood? Because the comments went out.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you now.
No,
see, I don't like them. I don't like when the comments be going in and out. That be pissing me off. Because
if you have to prove anything to somebody, that means they have control of you. They have control of you. Because if you think if whenever you gotta prove something, you gotta show that you are worthy, or you are acceptable to be able to. That's the only reason why you gotta prove. You gotta prove to your wife that you are a loyal companionship. You gotta prove to your job that you are a loyal or a loyal employee, or whatever have you. You have to prove to whatever you do. Whenever you got to prove something to somebody, that means they have control, or they have the say so over you. You should never have to prove your being for anybody.
I'm gonna send it to you this way, Seafood. Just give me a second.
That's like me saying, I gotta prove to you that I'm Puerto Rican. I don't have to prove anything.
I ain't gotta prove shit.
You either believe me or you don't. You either accept it or you don't. I don't have to prove anything.
I'm not proving nothing.
If I say I'm Puerto Rican, it is what it is. If I say I'm black, it is what it is. I don't have to prove how black I am. There's no such thing of, oh, you're 10% black, or you're 100% black, or you're 50% black. You're either black or you're not. It's one or the other. I don't have to prove to you how black I am. I'm never going to be that one that's going to be out here. I want black everything. I'm only dealing with black businesses. I'm only eating stuff that black people put out. I'm never going to be that one. I'm going to be even across the whole playing field. This is how I live my life. I'm even across the playing field. So I will never, according to these black power people, I will never be as black as them, because I'm never going to go that dramatic towards anything that I do to prove something. You either accept it or you don't. If you don't accept me, so be it. That's not going to stop me from being black.
And
Because
listen,
I don't
and I
meet your
want to say
approval.
something too. I want to say something too, because after we
If
talk
I
about
don't,
this,
if I don't meet, if I
after we
don't meet
talk
your
about this, we're
approval,
gonna get to the after this we're gonna get to the boxing, because I don't want to be talking about this shit all day. So we're gonna bring this up, and then after that we're gonna get to what people came here for, the boxing. But go ahead.
Greetings and salutations, morning black people.
Good morning. Good morning.
if I don't meet your approval, that's not gonna stop me from being black. I'm still gonna be black. I just
Yo.
don't meet your approval.
Yo,
Yeah.
D-Free. Yo, D-Free. Yo, McClain sound like an angry civil rights leader.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just not no coon. That's what it is. I ain't no coon. There's too many people out here coon, and I don't coon for nobody.
Yo,
There ain't
did
no
you know,
opposite
did
to
you
that,
know that black card came from an actual comedic joke? That's how that started. Did you know that?
What? What?
The word black card, that came from actual
I don't know, but I ain't walking around with that proving nothing to nobody. They can kiss my ass. I ain't doing that for nobody. For nobody. And I think anybody who does that, in the words of you, they're a sucker. 'Cause I ain't doing it for nobody.
Yo, what I was saying to you earlier, what I was typing was like, let me explain. I was talking about why how the hood falls victim on us is because the hood gives too many benefits for you to circulate outside the perimeter. That's what I was saying that for. Because if you really think about it, I know you know at least 5 people that lives in the hood that's never been outside the hood. I mean, really.
I know way more than 5. They don't do shit.
I'm just throwing like a hypothetical number.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, I know way more than that. Me and Tiff talk about that all day. I be like, we come outside our building. I said, summertime come, these people don't go no fucking where. All they do is throw fucking shit on the grill and buy beer and Henny and then make it seem like they doing something. Oh, I went down to Times Square. Anybody go to Times Square, stupid. That don't mean you been somewhere. Motherfuckers go to Times Square. I've been going to Times Square since I had a snotty nose when I wasn't even old enough to get on the train by myself. I'm like, what is you talking about, Times Square? What the fuck is Times Square?
Yo, I'm gonna tell you something funny, right? I mean, it's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. When I first graduated from school, right? I got my first corporate job. I used to come home I had to dress up in a suit and tie every day. You know what? You know what the guys in the hood used to call me? Super nigga. No lie.
Whoa! Why would they? Whoa! What
because I was always coming home, getting off in the dollar cab, walking to my crib from Jamaica Park with the suit on, and everybody looking at me. Yo, there you go. There goes super nigga right there. Well, I've been going to me. When I started traveling, when I started bringing white girls to the neighborhood, yo, they was calling me all types of different things, bro. But you know what? I didn't care because I was definitely in my own with that. I definitely traveled outside the country multiple times. You know what I'm saying? So you got to see other cultures that have culture. You know what I mean? You can't just be within your own culture.
It just makes me sick when people think that you have to go out of your way to prove something to them. And let me tell you something. I used to always think, that's why I always loved me, because I was always the type where I was going to think the way I wanted to think and do what I wanted to do. I used to see people do exactly what people wanted them to do. And then when it didn't work out for them, they would come back and be like, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I said that. I can't believe I thought I was doing right by them. And I'm like, you wasn't put on this earth to do right for no fucking body. That's where you messed up at in the first place. Before you talk about impressing other people or doing something for somebody, you got to do something for yourself, fool. Just like before you can get somebody to love you, you got to love yourself, fool. It's crazy. I don't
Yeah.
understand people. Y'all out here trying to please people that's turning around. They gonna give you they ass to kiss eventually anyway. So why do all that? That's why I walk around with the I don't give a shit attitude, because I had to realize that, especially the older you get, and I didn't realize this at 20 something, but I do realize that now. The older you get, and the shit that you've been through, you can care less about what somebody got to say about you or what they think about you. Yo, man, don't come outside today unless you got your black card, because you've been hanging around them other pale folks, and they might have done changed you. You don't talk the same no more.
But we had to go.
You don't eat the same food no more. Don't come outside unless you got your black card, because we don't want to be around.
Yeah, but what does that mean when they say, like, I used to hear that too. What does that mean when you don't eat the same food? What the fuck does that mean?
Because black folks, you know, we eat, you know, they say we eat unhealthy, we eat greasy food, and we're around these folks that eat a little decent. So, you know, you've been over there with those folks, and you don't like fried chicken no more. You don't eat collard greens and macaroni like you used to. You've been over those folks too long. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that mean?
You know what's so funny about that? The quote unquote black food and southern food, that all came from a white culture. That came from a white culture.
That's actually a factual statement.
That's what I'm saying. That came from a white culture. The southern food came from white people. We just took it on as our own. But that came from a white culture. That's not black people food. That's not black people food. It's technically speaking, that's a white culture food from the South. The white people was morally in the South, and we just inherit their tradition, and we just took it on as our own. So when they say, "Oh, you're not eating black people food," nigga, that's white people food.
Yeah,
the watermelon, the fried chicken,
I was just about to say that.
Was all that came from the Caucasians. They didn't come from black people. They came from the Caucasians. We just took it on as our own. But a lot of people don't do their research.
No, they don't. Everybody think they know every damn thing, and it's crazy. I said, I've never seen so many smart, dumbass people in one world. Like, how you smart and dumb? Crazy to me. But and I had to learn this, that you can't make people. You can't make people comfortable. I'm just not doing it. I'm gonna hang around whoever. But when I go around C-Food and I see the people he trained, they're not all black. They're not all black. They all come from different backgrounds, different nationalities. They do different things for a living. Some are city workers. Some have just regular 9-to-5s. But I love to see how so many different people, and I go, damn, this dude right here is dope. He's probably one of the dopest coaches I've ever seen, because he got so many people from different backgrounds. It's beautiful to see that. You know what I'm saying?
Who got that?
Huh?
Who got that?
What guy?
I said, who has that?
Oh, you.
I know. I was about to say it. There's another guy out there like me. I got lost in the translation for a second.
I said, yo, when I saw you in the beginning, I'm like, oh, this dude is dope. And Tiff used to be like, yeah, man, he got freaking gang members from 2 different sides of the streets in one gym, and nobody's killing each other.
Yo, I got across the street, up the block, top of the roof. I got everything from
you know how hard it is. You know how hard it is. You've been in the law and you've seen a lot of stuff on the streets, how hard it is to get 2 different gangs in one building and nobody hurts each other. Nobody hurts each other. Everybody is sitting there laughing and joking. Yo, we gonna smoke after we all leave here. We talking about rival gangs. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. It's just crazy to see that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I like DC wasn't really big on gangs. We got some quote unquote gang members out here or whatever. DC was never really that city that took on the gang mentality. We was more so neighborhoods, but we will always have those basketball games where neighborhoods will play against other neighborhoods, and it was a peaceful event. Now some events will get out of hand or whatever, but for the most part, it was a peaceful event. We still do it to this day, and it's a peaceful event. They do it every summer down at Berry Farm. They have the the summer league down. Well, they do it at Watts now. They don't do it at Berry Farms. They do it at Watts, which is the is at the Marvin Gaye recreational center. But there's a lot of different neighborhoods come out there, and the dudes be playing in the basketball tournament, and it be peaceful. I mean, it just we can get along if it's something that everybody likes. But it's like I was saying the other day when I was talking to BBO, it's like when they do the crabs in the bucket. When you see somebody doing well, you want to try to drag them down. But I took it a step further because we're actually lower than crabs in a bucket because we're trying to pull somebody down when they're trying to do better. When it comes to crabs in a bucket, a crab is pulling another crab so he doesn't get taken out of the group because they know where they're going to end up. They're going to end up in a pot and they're going to get eaten. So they're trying to save the other crab where we're trying to pull the other one back so they don't be successful in life. So we're actually worse than the crabs in the bucket.
Yeah. My thing is this. Don't fall victim to stupidity. That's all I'm Don't fall victim.
Unfortunately, there has to be a small case of it for us to see what we need to rise above of, because a lot of people, I was talking about this in the gym yesterday, there's a lot of people that do not have common sense. A lot of things in life are just common sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need education. It's just common sense.
I
You know what I'm
realize
saying?
that there's more smart people. There's more smart people walking around here than you know. A lot of people just like to play stupid. I realize that. Some people do.
All I know is I eat fried steak. I eat steak, lobster, and fried bologna.
Yo, RGM, man. Yo, RGM, man. Yo, come on, RGM, man. Yo, RGM, knock it off, man. No, but I realized, like, in this city, a lot of people are smarter than what you think, but they fall victim to just wanting to be stupid. It's like being ignorant and dumb is the new wave.
No, I'm gonna tell you something
just like what you see on these YouTube streets. What you see on these YouTube streets, right? A lot of these people just seem like they like to fall victim to just being ignorant. I don't understand this shit.
I'm gonna tell you a study that I did with my own family. My oldest son is the smartest out of all of my kids. He's the smartest out of all of them. All of my kids are smart, but my oldest son, he's literally gifted. Like when he was in kindergarten, they wanted to move him to the second grade because they said he was way above his class. They were like, he needs to be in the second grade. I was like, no, my son is too young to be in the second grade. We can put him in a tag program, but I'm not moving my son to the second grade. They wanted to move him to the second grade. But I say that to say this, my son is extremely smart. My other son, he's smart, but he has more common sense than my oldest son. Like my oldest son is smart. You can give him anything in a book, and he can pass any test. He can pass any exam or whatever. But when it comes to common sense, he's dumb as a brick. He's dumb as a brick when it comes to common sense. My youngest son, he's smart as hell when it comes to common sense. Like my youngest son, I would say something, and my youngest son would be like, hold up, that don't make sense. My oldest son would just go do it. But my youngest son, he'd be like, hold up, that don't make sense. Why would I do this when I could just do this? I was just asking you to do it, see if you was going to do it. DJ went and did it. I was just asking to see if you was going to do it. But my youngest son, he would use his common sense. He was like, hold up, that don't even make sense. I could just do this and then get it done much faster than to do it the way you said do it.
Yeah. Like they say, common sense is not too common nowadays. But yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm not going outside with no black card to prove to you how black I am. It's just that simple. I don't give a shit who you are, where you from, or who you think you are. Dealing with me, you got to deal with what comes with me. If not, then I suggest you don't be around me. Because just like on this YouTube, Everybody needs to start learning how to be them and stop trying to be something that they not. That's the reason why in person, y'all getting beat up, y'all getting slapped, you getting ran down on. Y'all doing too much. Doing too much, man. You'll live longer if you just be yourself. Promise you, you'll live longer. You'll live longer.
If you got multiple kids, just pay attention to how your kids move. You're gonna have one that's gonna be smarter than the rest of your kids. You're gonna have one that's gonna be mediocre, and then you're gonna have one that's not dumb. It just they use more common sense than they use regular knowledge. They use more common sense than they use regular knowledge. They would think before they do something, where the other ones, they would just go by what they have been taught and what they know. The one of them is always going to use their head. They're gonna think about it before they do it. And I see that with a lot of different kids. It's not just my kids. I seen it with my sister kids. I seen it with a friend of my kids. It's if you got multiple kids, there's always one that's going to be smart. You're going to have one that's in between, and you're going to have one that he just uses common sense, because he's not going to go based off of what you told him. He's going to use common sense, or she going to use common sense. And it happens with a lot of kids. A lot of people. It ain't even got to be kids. It happens with a lot of people.
Yeah, that's all we saying. We ain't trying to preach. We just saying don't fall victim to stupidity. That's all. That's all we saying. I mean, you can fall stupid to it. You can fall victim to it because you're the one that got to deal with the consequences. That's all I'm saying. I don't care.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something.
I'd rather chill with a real person that got good common sense over a person that's really book smart. Keep it real with you.
Let me tell you.
I know the common sense people gonna take things above and beyond.
I had a guy I worked with one time in the Bronx. I worked in Hunts Point with him, and he told me, not that he said I was soft, but he said, "You the type of person I need to hang around." I said, "Why?" He said, "I'm not calling you a punk. I'm not calling you soft, but you're the type of person that's gonna keep me out of shit because I see you never get into shit."
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you. When it comes to the military or some type of task force, the one that's book smart and they 100% book smart, they know everything about a book. Those are the ones that they're gonna use as soldiers. The ones that just basically go off of common sense, they use those as leaders because they want the soldier to follow suit. They want the leaders to be able to figure stuff out, and sometimes they might have to go off path, but they don't want a soldier to go off path, because when a soldier go off path, it can mess up the whole team. It messed up the whole team. So they will use those guys that's real smart. They will use those as soldiers. The ones that's more common sense, shabby, those are the ones that's going to be the leaders. Is the exact opposite when it comes to military and things like that. Now they know the book smarts as well, but they have more common sense and they can figure out tasks better than somebody that just go by the book.
Yeah. But that's all we saying, y'all. You know what I mean? Just be yourself and don't fall victim to shit. That's all we saying, man. And nobody's trying to preach to y'all, because y'all here they go again with the preaching. It ain't preaching, because the funny thing is, when y'all finally do get into something and something happens, you come back to the show and they be like, "Yo, remember that day? Y'all remember that day that y'all was sitting up there that Monday on March 16th and y'all were talking about that shit? Guess what happened to me?" Yeah, but don't come and tell me what happened to you, because I'm not interested. Because it's very simple. That's why I pick and choose where I want to go, what kind of people I want to hang around. And I'm not going to lie, I'm not going to hang around everybody that looks like me all the time. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
I can tell you right now, I don't hang people that looks like me all the time now.
And that's not nothing against having against your own kind. So I don't want y'all to get it twisted, because I'm all about hanging around fun people. I went to an event in Harlem last year. in September where it was like a little block thing, and it was all kind of different people from different backgrounds at this event. And I enjoyed myself. My little, what you said, my little. Yeah, so anyway, that's what it is. Yeah, so free Thursday, William Joppy. We're gonna get into it about old William.
Yeah, William,
I think that's
William Joppy.
That's something great to get into. We're gonna get into it about William Joppy. We're gonna get into it. We'll do that because that's the second time I think we done brought him up. Maybe second or third time.
Is it the last time we?
Huh?
Is it the last time we seen him against Bernard Hopkins?
Yeah, that was the last time that he fought.
Yeah. That one was crazy.
That's a long time ago.
That one against Trinidad was bananas. But we're gonna come Thursday morning. I can't say Thursday afternoon because I'll be at my
like a lot of people don't even know that William Joppy was a 3-time champion.
Yeah. But Thursday, matter of fact, I'm gonna set that up while I'm talking to y'all now, because then I'll forget it. Because from 3 o'clock to 7:30, I'm busy. So yeah, let me go ahead and get that out the way now.
Yeah, that man was from Silver Springs, Maryland.
Let me get that out the way now, because I swear to God, I'd have been forgot.
It was because of William Joppy's cousin. The reason I got into semi-pro football.
Really?
Yeah, it was because of his cousin. Because I was chilling with William Joppy and a bunch of dudes on the basketball court, and his cousin had walked up, and his cousin lived in my neighborhood. I just never knew him. He lived in my neighborhood, and William Joppy came because we was all playing basketball. William Joppy came to the basketball court, and we was talking to him, and his cousin walked up, and his cousin was like, "Yeah, man, I'm about to get ready go for my tryouts for the semi-pros." And I was like, "Oh, you play semi-pro football?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "How do you get in that?" He's like, "Man, just come with me. I tell him that you want to try out as well." And from then, me and his cousin became real close. His cousin passed away a couple of years ago, but me and his cousin became real close because he was the one that got me into semi-pro football.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna set that up for Thursday morning.
Yeah, I know.
Yo, my apologies,
They don't know the difference between WBA Super and WBA quote unquote regular belt, which is really the WBA World Championship belt.
It's okay.
They just want to call it the regular belt.
It's okay, RGM. At least you admit that. A lot of these fools on these lines can't admit that because everybody wants to be a damn expert when it comes to boxing. Let me tell you something. There's a lot of things I'm still learning, and it's okay. And there's a lot more things I'm going to continue to learn. I'm not ashamed to say I didn't know that because, like I said, the first thing people go, you're a content creator. You're supposed to know that. Man, shut the fuck up. You don't even know it.
Most people don't know that the WBA Super is a designation. Yes, you can fight for the WBA Super, but the WBA Super only exists if the WBA committee wants to make a super champion. If they don't want to make a WBA super champion, they will never be a WBA super champion. That's not a belt that's commonly, well, that's a natural belt. That's a belt that they created to avoid mandatory so they can have undisputed fights. That's the only reason why the WBA Super exists, is to avoid mandatories so they can unify the belts. They were like, look, we want to get an undisputed champion, but mandatories keep coming up, so we want to create a super title so they don't have to worry about honoring the mandatory. So they created a super title. That's a designation.
Yeah,
like when Lomachenko fought his first fight at 135, it was for the WBA regular. Once he beat Linares, they made him the super champion. Linares was never the WBA super champion. He was the WBA quote unquote regular champion when he fought Loma. Once Loma beat him, they made Loma the super, and then Tank Davis fought Yo-Yo's Gamboa for the quote unquote WBA regular.
Gamboa.
So it's a designation. Is whenever the WBA wants to make a super champion.
That was
Because
my
Lennox
new
Lewis was
Cuban buddy.
Lennox Lewis wasn't the WBA super champion when he was undisputed. He wasn't the WBA super champion. He was a quote unquote WBA regular champion. He wasn't the super.
Don't you think these belts are stupid? Like so many super different champions and avoiding mandatories. When you avoid mandatories, you stopping other guys from possibly being world champions and being great. Not everybody that we see at the top 10 is the best fighters.
That's why I don't like when people say, "Oh, we don't count the Mickey Mouse belt because it's a secondary belt." What are you talking about? He's the one that actually fights all of the mandatories.
Right,
the super don't fight no mandatories. The world champion is the one that fights all of the mandatories. Every other title except for the WBA super fights mandatories. The WBO super fights mandatory. The WBC don't have a super. The IBF don't have a super. The WBA is the only one that has a super that don't fight any mandatories.
And most people don't even look at that as a prestigious.
Right, you call the world title a Mickey Mouse belt or a secondary belt when he's the one that fights all of the mandatories.
Yeah,
I will call the WBA super a secondary belt because they don't fight any mandatories.
Imagine how hungry the mandatory fighters are to compete against the champions. And a lot of people, because they don't have star names, is the reason why they don't put up with you see a lot of avoidance and a lot of that stuff. You know what I'm saying?
We always bring up the David Benavidez and Canelo. Now I understand you always say that that's a tall order, but when you've been somebody mandatory for 5 years, that's got to be a pain in the ass. That's a pain in the ass.
I don't. Me personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care if it's a tall order or not. You fought to be the champion. Like I always say, the only obligation that a champion has is to fight his mandatory. That's the only obligation that they have. They don't have any other obligation.
I agree with you.
Once you become a mandatory, you have no obligation. Everything that you do is voluntary until they call a mandatory for you.
Right.
Anything you do is a voluntary fight until they call a mandatory for you.
Let me ask you a question, Free. How often should a champion fight a mandatory in a year calendar?
Every 6 months.
That's a good one.
Every 6 months.
I can rock with that.
Now, if you have multiple, if you're a unified champion, I can see you fighting for fighting a mandatory once a year for those titles respectively, because you got one title that you're going to fight for a mandatory, and then you have another title that you're going to fight for a mandatory. So I can see one time a year for those championship belts that you have unified. But if you're not unified, I think you should fight your mandatory every 6 months.
Yeah. Especially you only have one belt. Especially that.
I mean,
if you have multiple, then I understand.
If you have a champion that's a title holder and you're making him fight a mandatory every 6 months, we know at the minimum we're going to see that champion fight twice a year.
Yeah.
At the minimum, we're going to see him fight twice a year. Sometimes a champion will have a title and we won't see that nigga fight but once a year or once, like the WBO Super. Their mandatory is every 18 months. So you telling me almost 2 years he ain't got to fight nobody? He ain't got to fight nobody for almost 2 years.
Yeah. I just think the capacity of belts. I think our undisputed champion should have to fight at least 2 mandatories in the year. And
Yeah, that's what
one
I said.
and one,
Every
you know
6
what I'm saying?
months.
Oh, 2 or 3.
That's what I
Because
said.
when you're undisputed with 4 belt era, man, that's kind of a lot. You know what I'm
But
saying?
I
Especially
mean,
where they fight today.
you can't. I'm gonna be honest with you. You can't even say it's a lot because these fans say they want to see these fighters be active.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you want the fighters to be active, you can't turn around and say, "Hey, that's a lot for you asking for a champ." Well, what's not a lot then? If you say you want these fighters to be active, and you getting a fighter that fight once a year, you say, "Okay, he's not active," but we said, "Okay, well, he got to fight a mandatory every 6 months." Oh, that's a lot. That's only twice. He's only fighting twice.
Yeah,
Anything
but
else he do outside of that is voluntary.
yeah, but you know it can't be like that because the human body cannot take on that much punishment without extensive recuperation. You know, because minimum camps are like 6 to 8 weeks, minimum camps for champions, right? But if you have multiple belts, that's a lot of wear and tear on the body, a lot of a lot of sparring. Yeah.
That's why I say if
No, I'm
you're
not saying that. I'm not saying that towards you. Huh? Yeah, I'm not saying that towards you. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah, that's why I say if you're a unified champion, because everybody can put that in their rules. If you are a unified champion, you only have to fight a mandatory once a year because we know you're going to have a mandatory for another title. So you only have to fight a mandatory once a year. But if you only have our belt and our belt only, you're going to have to fight a mandatory every 6 months.
Right.
And every single sanction body can put that in their rules. And they can all say, if you only have our title, you will fight a mandatory every 6 months.
Can I have that?
If you are a unified title, if you're a unified title holder, you only fight our mandatory once a year. Once a year.
No, I agree with you, Free, because again, a lot of guys are not getting their just due because you built up to get to that spot, and then they're not even acknowledging you. Like, even though I say the thing about Benavidez, even though I say Benavidez is a tall order, I mean, you're right. It doesn't give him an excuse to avoid him, right? But I was just saying that as in my opinion, if that was Canelo, and I know, I mean, that guy walks around 200 plus, you know what I'm saying? I know Canelo knows when he can't beat a guy. He's been weight bullying people for years, though, if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? So
then step out the way. Step
right.
out the way and don't hold boxing up. The problem is you have a lot of guys that's holding not just the division, but the sport of boxing up. When this starts getting to a point like that, do us a favor. Get the fuck out of the sport.
Thank you very much.
Get out of the sport.
Yeah,
don't hold. Boxing's already being held up. We don't need you to hold up the division or the sport. Leave. Go away. Adios.
No, but
Feliz la vida.
If you do it that way, if you had a champion fighting a mandatory every 6 months, if they only have one belt, do you realize everybody in the top 10 would get a shot at the champion within 5 years?
I think that's dope, though, because I think that's dope. I think that circle that circle, you know, everybody coming up the ladder, stuff like that is mandatory because, again, you know, now because of the majority of the regime wanting the big money fights because the belts get bigger cuts on the 3% rule or whatever. That's why you see a lot of guys don't get acknowledgement. Like, I would have loved to see Louis Collazo fight against Mayweather, but you know, he was paid not to fight that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a real big controversy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of star matches we want to see won't happen because some people just say they don't bring value to the sport. How could you not? It's all about the sport.
We talked about this every day, constantly.
Yeah.
How these guys are gonna do it. These fighters are gonna do what they want to do.
It's not the fighters; it's the promoters.
When I see these fans, when I see the fans, sometimes it's the fighter too, because a lot of times these fighters, believe me, if these fighters, I mean, it's crazy because I would think that if a fighter says I want this fight, that he might not get it right then and there, but we could try to make something happen. But I put some of the blame on them. But the crazy thing is that you see these fans doing everything they can to crash out about a fight that your favorite fighter doesn't even want. Now you tell me, how does that make sense? Why is he fighting him? Why is he mandatory? Why is he getting this opportunity? Yo, man, you get mad at the wrong people. They start getting mad with us and get mad with other people that tell the truth. Get mad with the fighter. Ask him.
No, but
Ask his promoter.
I agree with what Sifu say, because there's only 3 fighters, maybe 4, that can actually pick and choose who they want to fight. Everybody else are at the mercy of their promoter.
Yeah, that's why these people that get mad, when they get mad, you're getting mad with the fighter, but why don't you holler at the promoter? Because that's who they take it out on. It's the damn fighter. And I go, listen, talk to the promoter. That's why every chance when we're in front of Eddie Hearn, if we're in front of one of these guys, there's questions that needs to be asked. We like, okay, when we get in front of De La Hoya, we go,
But it's not solely on the fans, because you have a lot of these content creators saying it's the fighter fault why these fights are not happening, when 9 times out of 10 it has nothing to do with the fighter. It's the promoter. The promoter, because these fighters, these fighters are employees of the promoter. That's the reason why Virgil Ortiz ain't fighting Jerome Buzinez, because of his promoter. He blocked the fight. That's the reason. That's the reason why Michael Hunter didn't fight on the Turkey card, because his promoter blocked the fight. It's the promoter. The fighters only can say and do but so much. But when you sign that contract to that promoter, you are held to the law of that contract. So if that contract says the promoter makes your fight, you're fighting who your promoter says, you cannot go against that contract, or you're going to lose a lot of money, or you're going to be sitting on the shelf, because that promoter is the one that has the last say on who you're going to fight. Yes, you can go and try and fight somebody else, and your promoter can say, yeah, I allow you to go over there and fight somebody else. I get 20% of whatever your purse is. But at the end of the day, whatever that contract says is what that contract says.
Yeah.
So a lot of people don't know what these fighter contract is. They just go by what somebody else was able to do. But everybody's contract is not the same as that fighter's contract. Everybody has their own contract.
Did you know that? Did you know that there was a mandatory for you guys to fight against Terrence, and then Terrence like, no, I refuse to fight him.
Yeah,
no,
Bob already said that.
I remember that. I was like,
I would have loved to see that fight too.
Oh hell yeah, I would have loved it.
Yeah,
in the words
that and Danny Garcia.
In the words of my man BBO, I'd have seen him getting beat to death.
I mean, it would have been a tough match for him, because you guys is a tough fighter. But at the same time, it's sad that a lot of the star matchups that would have been really critical to a real boxing fan, like as we could see as star matchups, won't happen. Like, we're not going to see Ryan Garcia fight any killers, bro. I'm telling you, he's not going to fight no killers.
You know what? I'm be not to sound like a hater. I really don't give a shit about that dude anyway. But I get what you're saying.
Yo, Free. Who do you think wins out of Ryan Garcia and Keyshawn?
Oh Jesus,
that's a good fight to me.
Ryan Garcia and Keyshawn.
I like Keyshawn on that one.
Jesus.
I
choose carefully,
towards Keyshawn. I would lean towards Keyshawn, but I don't know what Keyshawn is like if he faced adversity. We never seen Keyshawn face adversity. Let's say Ryan Garcia hit Keyshawn with a nice left hook or a nice right hand. I don't know how Keyshawn is going to react. I never seen him face adversity. So I don't know if he's going to be able to dog it out. People say, "Oh,
you don't think that what? You don't think that he would be it would be kind of a 50-50 fight, or
Yeah,
because
it
Keyshawn
would
is
be a
not that much
50-50.
smaller than him. He's not that much smaller than him, and I think he has the right type of dog to upset Ryan. Again, Ryan is a good fighter,
I
but Ryan is the one that need adversity because he don't get no real good adversity, honestly.
Yeah.
Because remember when
Ryan
you
faced
said
a lot of
it
adversity.
yourself. You said it yourself when he fought. I mean, besides like Devin Haney and Rowley, he didn't really fight nobody that was really worth saying that. Oh, that was a good match. And Tank,
No,
besides those
I
three.
mean, when I wouldn't say he fought anybody that was a good match, but the thing is, he faced adversity. Like he got knocked down against Luke Campbell. He got up off the canvas and he stopped Luke Campbell. We never even seen Keyshawn visibly hurt in a fight, so we don't know how he will react. So I would say that Ryan has been through more adversity than Keyshawn has ever faced in a fight. So I don't know how Keyshawn will react. I can say I believe he will react properly, but I don't
I
know.
think
I know
I
what I'm
think
gonna get from. I know what I'm gonna get from Ryan. I know one or two things gonna happen from Ryan. Either he's gonna check in, or Ryan gonna get up off the canvas and try to land that left hook. It's one or two things gonna happen. But Keyshawn, we don't know if Keyshawn.
wait,
I mean, who knows? Keyshawn could get in that fight and get caught with a clean shot. It might not hurt him, but he feel the power behind it, and he shell up like Jamel Charlo. Who knows?
but you know
We
what?
don't know.
One thing I'll give Keyshawn is that he fought against a guy that was on full steroids, like a full dose of steroids, and won the fight. And that was his hardest fight to date. And that guy was really durable. And he beat a guy just like that,
Who?
knowing that he was got the guy's name, he had dark hair.
The
I think
one that he talking about, the one that Africa fought. I think he talking about that one.
Nah,
The one that Africa fought. Or which one
I
you
don't know
talking
if
about?
Africa Exactly.
I think
I don't know.
you
I'm
talking
gonna
about
find
the one
out
that
his
he,
name
you
and
talking
I'm
about the one that he stopped in the first round?
no, the Keyshawn stopped the guy, but it wasn't in the first round. It was like I think it went 11. I forgot how many rounds it went. But I watched that fight constantly at the gym because that was a real hard fight for him. I think he can handle Ryan Garcia because of that fight. Just like I thought Terrence can handle Errol because when he fought Jeff Horn, tough fighters, tall, rangy. They don't fight honestly, but they go in there and deal with the matches. Ryan is not all that, bro. Like he can fight, but he's very basic and he's very tender. Luke Campbell was in my gym training for the Ryan fight, right? When he was training for Luke Campbell, does not punch hard, bro. And the fact that he dropped him made me feel like he's tender.
I'm not saying that's why I said I would. That's why I said I would favor Keyshawn, but I don't know how Keyshawn is going to react. That's what I said. I said I favor Keyshawn, but I don't know how Keyshawn is going to react if he get caught with a shot by Ryan Garcia. I mean, I've seen Keyshawn shy away from fights. He didn't want the Frank Martin fight. He didn't want the Frank Martin fight. So
yeah, because Frank Martin don't really because Frank Martin don't really bring nothing to the table. If you really think about it, I mean, he's a basic lefty. That sounds like a contradiction, but it really isn't.
No. Frank Martin did bring something to the table. Keyshawn didn't bring anything to the table. Frank Martin was a number one contender.
Yeah.
Frank Martin was a number one contender. Keyshawn was not. Keyshawn was 9-0 at that time. He was 9-0.
I'm gonna sum it up this way: if you can't bring anything to the table, then you need to keep your mouth shut and stop calling fighters out. Because there's a lot of fighters that can't bring shit to the table. If you can't bring anything to the table, and your promoter is not trying to make anything happen, then I suggest you shut up and your promoter shut up. Boxing's very simple. If we're not going to try to make something happen, if both sides can't come to an agreement, then respectfully, everybody just needs to shut up. Because there's more people running their mouth than signing contracts. So if it's like that, everybody needs to shut up. It's that simple.
No,
Well, yeah, no, you
it's
gotta.
not even it's not even about that, because I have no problem with the fighters going back and forth. But
Yeah.
when people say, "Oh, what does he get? What does he get out of fighting Frank Martin?" Frank Martin was a higher ranked fighter at the time. He was a higher ranked fighter, so that
I
made
mean,
sense for Keyshawn to fight a Frank
I
Martin.
mean, my thing is this: I have a problem with it because the talking is cool if we're going to make something happen. If we ain't going to make it happen, shut the fuck up. That's the problem. It's too much talking. The talking is good when we get ready to make it happen, or it's happening already. But if we ain't doing that, and this fighter ain't worth this fighter, it's too much of that shit going on. And some of you content creators are condoning this shit. Y'all condoning it.
But to an extent, though, it does bring up a valid argument on the value of the prize fighter, because you had to have some type of debate regarding that in order to make a star matchup. And you're right. What's name was higher ranked than Keyshawn, but think about how Keyshawn just sprouted up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying? And the other guy was promoted by Errol Spence. That's the reason why he got pushed through the line too, to an extent.
No, he didn't. He got pushed to the line. He got pushed to the front of the line because he beat Michelle Rivera. He beat the #1 guy. That's why he got pushed to the front of the line. He beat the #1 guy.
Yeah, but in one sanctioning body, not in, he wasn't highly ranked in all sanctioning bodies. I mean,
No,
all belt
I didn't say
categories,
that. I didn't say he was ranked in all sanctioning bodies. Keyshawn was never ranked in all sanctioning bodies. Keyshawn has only been ranked in one sanctioning body, and that's the WBO.
Right. I think he got. I think
only been
in a way.
ranked in one sanction.
Yeah, I think Keyshawn got pushed too in a way too, because of who he was with. He was with the Bomac camp, so I know that's kind of. I mean, to a degree.
Well,
I think honestly,
Keyshawn got put on the map because he was a silver medalist in the Olympics.
Right.
That's why
Right.
Keyshawn got put on the map. Because whenever you win a medal in the Olympics, they always try to push that fighter. So that's the reason why Keyshawn got pushed the way he did, because he was a silver medalist. If Keyshawn wasn't a silver medalist, he would have had to start from the bottom.
Yeah, but look who he got. He got hooked up with to get pushed more, because they talked about him a lot. When he got hooked up with Bomac and them, he became visible. Even though they know he was a medalist, he still became very visible with the Bomac camp. You know what I'm saying? I cannot knock that.
They knew he was a medalist because they knew that he lost to daggone Andy Cruz.
Yeah, but look at Andy Cruz. Look how he was celebrated, and look how much you hear about him now since he lost. You know what I'm saying?
That ain't. Go ahead, Free.
Andy Cruz had a title fight in his 7th fight. He just fought for a title.
He's not being talked about. It ain't so much because of the fans. It's also some of these content creators, because they jump on the bandwagon. You lose one fight, motherfucker don't want to talk about you no more. You ain't shit. Everybody love a winner, but as soon as you lose, nobody wants to talk about you.
And that was another fight that Keyshawn shied away from, because everybody wanted to see the Andy Cruz and Keyshawn. This was the guy that beat you in the Olympics. He beat you multiple times in the amateurs. We want to see if you're better than him. Keyshawn did not want to make that fight. He did not want to make that fight.
But Free, if you was his promoter, I don't even think you would have let Rush that fight in the beginning, because there was nothing on the line for it. You know what I'm saying?
No. That's a difference. The promoter might not want the fight, but the fighter could want the fight. Now, Keyshawn kept saying Andy Cruz ain't do nothing. That has nothing to do with anything. You didn't do nothing.
Right.
You wasn't that guy. So it's one thing if the promoter say, hey, well, this guy, we're not going to really get anything from it because he's just now making his mark on the scene. But when the fighter saying, hey, you haven't done anything, I'm like, Keyshawn, what have you done in the pro sports? You haven't done anything in the pro sport. You wasn't a champion when Andy Cruz said he wanted that fight with you. Andy Cruz was like 1 or 2 fights in, and he said, "I want to fight Keyshawn Davis."
Yeah, but that
Keyshawn
was
was
too.
only like 8-0 at the time.
Yeah, but you really know that most fighters that's coming, you really want to promote your fighter. The first 10 fights are gonna kind of be easy. You know what I'm saying? Just to get him out there, known, get him build up his worth, his marketability. You know, I understood that. I wouldn't even let him keep fight unless he was at the 12 fight mark. You know what I'm saying? Like then I was like, all right,
No,
now we can fight.
no. See, you're talking from a trainer and a promoter. I'm talking
Right.
from a fighter. The
Mm.
fighter could say he want to fight all he want. It's still up to the promoter to make the fight. So if the promoter said, "No, I'm not making that fight. It's not no money in it," or I don't think you're ready for that fight," that's different. But we
Right.
could see that the fighter wants to fight. Like
Right.
when we see like, oh, what's the guy? Javier. Javier want the Shakur Stevenson fight. O'Shaquie Foster want the Shakur Stevenson fight. The promoters are not making the fight. That's
Right.
different because
Yo,
we see that the fighter want the fight, but the promoter's not making the fight.
you know who I want to see O'Shaquie fight more than Shakur? Raymond Ford. I think Raymond Ford would put it on him, bro.
Man, Raymond Ford gonna get beat up. He gonna
Nah,
get beat
that
up.
dude throws
That's not it.
that dude throws a lot of punches, bro. I like that. I like that matchup.
O'Shaquie? Oh, O'Shaquie and
Yeah.
Raymond. You know
Raymond
what?
Ford is gonna get.
Until I see something, yeah, I don't know. I wanted to entertain it, but then I'm tired of getting hype about fights that I think that it'd be good that I want to see. And then next thing you know, the shit goes away. But I hope so.
They actually negotiating that fight right now. They negotiating.
With him and Raymond or him and Shakur?
That would be a damn good one. But that O'Shaquie, man, that O'Shaquie's different.
Raymond and O'Shaquie Foster is negotiating that fight right now.
I think that's a good matchup.
They're trying to make that
man,
fight.
O'Shaquie, let me tell you something. I ain't got nothing against
I'm telling
Raymond
you right now.
I ain't got nothing against him, but that damn O'Shaquie
is gonna get beat up.
That damn O'Shaquie different,
Raymond
boy.
is gonna get beat
Jesus.
up.
I still want to see that.
He gonna get beat up.
No,
I'm not convinced about O'Shaquie yet.
I want to see it. I want to see it, but I'm telling you what's going to happen. Raymond Ford is going to get beat up. It's gonna look similar to daggone O'Shaquie Foster and Cool Boy. It's gonna look similar.
Now you watch your mouth. Now you watch your mouth, sir. Now you watch your mouth, sir. I will ban you from this podcast. You watch your mouth, sir.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why.
Get your man, Seafood. Get your man.
Raymond Ford couldn't deal with a Nick Ball, who is much smaller, doesn't hit nearly as hard.
Yeah.
He couldn't
deal with Nick Ball. You got a point, Free.
And you tell me he's gonna deal with a guy like O'Shaquie Foster? No, he's not.
No, because Nick Ball hits nowhere near like O'Shaquie Foster.
I'm gonna tell you why. Because Nick Ball has nothing on O'Shaquie Foster. Nick Ball has nothing on O'Shaquie Foster. Raymond Ford couldn't deal with Nick Ball. He couldn't hurt him. He couldn't deal with the hand speed. He couldn't deal with the footwork. None of that.
And O'Shaquie tall. He tall for his weight too. He's tall. That's the thing. Yeah, that's y'all ain't gonna
find them little midget dudes, man. Them dudes bring more to the table than the bigger dudes do, and they have technical advantages being smaller.
Yeah.
And another thing that Nick Ball doesn't have that O'Shaquie have. Nick Ball has no defense. O'Shaquie got a lot of defense.
I mean, if you just see what Brandon Figueroa just did to him, sheesh.
That's what I'm saying.
Figueroa just did the whole.
If Raymond Ford,
what Brandon Figueroa just did to Nick Ball. You didn't watch that fight, people. Go back to Brandon Figueroa versus Nick Ball. Sheesh.
Dog, they just fought like a month ago.
Yeah, like a month ago.
Brandon Figueroa beat the brakes off of Nick Ball. He beat the brakes off of Nick Ball.
All right, I got to see that fight, so I can't comment.
That fight was the 7th or the 21st, something like that.
What Brandon Figueroa did to Nick Ball is what Raymond Ford should have did to Nick Ball if he was that dude that everybody say he is. If he was that dude that everybody say he is, That's what Raymond Ford was supposed to do to Nick Ball, but he couldn't do it. He
All
couldn't
right,
do it.
I gotta look at the fight. I
Raymond
didn't
Ford,
honestly. I didn't
Yeah,
see that fight,
yeah,
so I can't make a
yeah. You
comment.
got to go back. You got
I'm
to
gonna
go
watch
back and
that
see that.
today.
no, Raymond
I'm gonna watch
Ford.
that today.
I'm gonna tell you what Raymond Ford is. I'm gonna tell you what Raymond Ford is, and it's no shock to Raymond Ford. I think he's a heck of a fighter. But I've seen what I seen all I need to see out of Raymond Ford, and I watched Raymond Ford last 5 fights. Raymond Ford is a front runner. If you can make it out of the first 5 or 6 rounds, Raymond Ford is not stopping you.
You know
He's
what?
not
You know what,
stopping you.
Free? Do me a favor.
a-
Don't ever go to Campton, New
He's a front
Jersey.
runner.
They're gonna be on your heels. Don't you go to Campton, sir.
I, no,
They're gonna be on your heels.
I ain't worried about. I'm
They
not
gonna,
worried about none of that because I got.
listen. Don't do that, Free. Hey, Seafood, if he
No,
doesn't make it to the
listen.
cookout for the 15th, we know what happened. We know what happened if he doesn't make it up here to New York.
Listen,
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
gonna tell you something about me. I got
Jesus.
family members that professionally fight. I got a nephew who's an amateur fighter. Raymond Ford ain't dealing with none of them. He ain't dealing with none of them.
I just like the fact that he throws a
He
lot
ain't
of
dealing with
punches and
Mr.
he don't give up. Like he really
He
ready.
ain't
He
dealing
ready
with
to go out in his
none of them.
field.
He didn't go out on his shield when he fought Nick Ball. That nigga just got beat up.
You know what? You know what? I don't like this dude. Seafood, I don't like your man.
That
I don't
man,
like
that
your man. Don't like your man.
that man, Nick
I
Ball
don't like
used
his attitude.
Nick Ball used Raymond Ford's face as a soccer ball. He was like, man, it's like playing soccer. I'm just
I
gonna
don't like
beat this
your.
dude
You know
from one
what? Free.
side
I
of the
don't like
goal
your
to the next
attitude. I
side.
don't like your attitude, sir. It is bad for this podcast. I don't like your attitude, sir. This is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. You need a hug this morning, Free? Jesus Christ.
No, I
What is the
mean,
matter
I
with you,
can't
sir?
comment. I can't make comments on it, but I'm sure I would agree if I would have seen the fight because
Nah,
I
I'm not
heard he
gonna lie.
did
The
knock him
Brandon
out, but I
Figueroa,
didn't see the fight.
but the Brandon Figueroa and Nick Ball
Nick
was, yeah, that
Ball,
shit was, oh Lord Jesus.
no, Nick Ball got
Jesus.
his ass whooped.
Hey,
Everybody everything that I'm gonna tell you what happened in that fight. Brandon Figueroa did to Nick Ball everything that BVO said that Brandon Figueroa was going to do to Cool Boy.
I should go on
Everything that
Instagram and
BVO said
play it
Brandon was going to do to
because
Cool Boy, he did that to Nick Ball.
I can't play the fight from here, but I'll probably go on Instagram and I can show it because Instagram ain't gonna do nothing to me. But over here, I can't do it. But I should, if I was on Instagram right now, I'd have went on there and showed it, man. You know how in Players Club when the little man looked at what you call it, said, "You got your ass whipped." That's what happened to old Nick Ball. That's what happened for real. That was Nick Ball. Now imagine putting Nick Ball's face on that girl's body. That's what he was saying to Nick Ball. You got your ass whipped.
I'm gonna watch it today because I'm gonna wait till I go to the gym and watch it there. Because that's the only time I can really watch
I'm
them.
gonna tell you what you need to look at. Look
Okay.
how easy Brandon Figueroa dismantled Nick Ball, and then go back and watch the Raymond Ford fight with Nick Ball. Watch the Raymond Ford fight with Nick Ball, and look how much trouble Raymond Ford had with Nick Ball. Remember, Nick Ball is only 5'6". He's only like 5'6". He's not tall at all.
No.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Not tall at all. He don't have
people,
no power. So
maybe you should have Nick Ball come to your gym, Seafood. Have him come to Hell's Gate and work with him. How about that?
He'll get pummeled.
No.
I'm telling you. He'll get
how
pummeled.
dare you, sir? How dare you, sir?
No, I'm gonna tell you what he need to do. I'm gonna tell you what Seafood need to do. What Seafood need to do is have Raymond Ford come to his gym before he get in this fight with O'Shaquie Foster, because he gonna get the brakes beat off his ass.
Yo, listen, I'm definitely gonna extend an invite to them for them to come out. You know that commentator, he's a trainer, I think he's a Spanish guy or white guy. He was speaking about Shakur a lot. He's from Philly. He came in our gym this weekend with a fighter. Yo, this guy came in there and whipped everybody up. Oh my God. I don't know who that guy was. He's a 132 fighter. I said, yo, if he's pro, he's gonna be something. He came and beat 3 fighters back-to-back 4-minute rounds each. 3 4-minute rounds each. He didn't get out for the whole time. I respect that dude. I can't remember the commentator, the trainer.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you somebody that's a better fighter than Raymond Ford, that's from New Jersey. and he's a better fighter than Raymond Ford right now.
So,
My
who's this?
man, Keith Cologne.
Oh, I
Keith
knew that
Cologne
was
is a
coming.
better
Oh,
fighter
yeah.
I
than
knew
Raymond
that was
Ford
Yeah.
coming.
right
I knew that
now.
was coming. Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Right
Free, you got
now.
to stop before you end up setting up some type of sparring. Stop it, Free. Please, Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Nah,
Jesus
Keith
Christ.
Cologne is good, though. I can't knock him.
Jesus Christ.
he might need to spar with Keith Cologne. He might need to
Jesus
spar with Keith Cologne.
Christ.
Yeah.
Maybe he can learn something.
No,
You know what? I'm
I agree with you.
intimidated to
That
walk
guy is
around.
good.
I'm intimidated to walk around with this guy. Jesus Christ. Oh man, you gotta
Hey, he
relax.
might need to.
I love you, Free, but you gotta
He
relax.
might need to learn something from Keith Cologne. Keith Cologne, dog. Keith Cologne, that man. His ring IQ is much better than Raymond Ford right now. That
And he
man
just
knows when to step on the gas, when
keep
to
just
sit
getting
back.
started. Keep just getting started. That's
Right.
the scary thing. He just getting started.
Dog, do y'all realize? I think Keith Cologne is like 6-0 with 5 knockouts.
Yeah.
Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey. Speaking of that, April 10th. Make sure y'all in the building. Newark, New
Wait. What's
Jersey,
April 10th?
Convention Center. Make sure
What's
y'all
April?
in the building Friday,
What's
baby,
April?
April 10th.
What's April 10th, McLean?
Keith Cologne fighting at the
Oh,
Prudential
I'm
Center.
thinking you're talking about something different.
Yeah. April 10th, baby. Y'all make sure y'all be in the building for that. I know my ass is. I'm already setting it up.
Dog.
What the hell?
Hey, I wish they was in the same weight class. I would tell Ofacio go beat the brakes off of Raymond Ford.
What is your problem, sir?
But I didn't hear what he said. Say it again.
What is your
I said
problem,
I wish they was in the same weight class. I would tell Ofacio go beat the brakes off of Raymond Ford.
Let me ask you something, Free. Did you have a girl that you used to deal with back in school that somebody like Raymond Ford might have came and took her? Does that dude does his looks remind you of that dude? Because he be on some shit when it comes to Raymond Ford.
No, you know what I get the
You
vibe
should
that I
order a
get
lot
from
of mine
Raymond
down.
Ford.
Yeah.
You know what vibe I get from Raymond Ford? It might sound funny, but I get the same vibe from Raymond Ford. I get the same vibe from Raymond Ford that I get from Kid Austin. I get the same vibe from both of them.
Whoa.
I can't stand Kid
Both of them
Austin.
dudes, they got
Whoa, wait a minute. Wait a
got-
minute.
I just like Kid
the
Austin.
hell?
listen.
I you too.
Listen what I'm
I
saying.
just like Kid Austin.
They both got talent, but
Yeah,
they're not as good as they talk about. They both got talent, but they not as good as they say they are.
Oh damn, Free.
I don't like
Oh,
Kid Austin. I think that guy talks himself out of
you better watch
matchups.
now, T-Fool, for his father come after you now.
Listen, I welcome
Don't
it.
have his father
I
come after you
welcome
now.
that.
He pull
I
up the
welcome
Hellgate,
that beef.
challenge you into a sparring now. Don't do that.
I
Don't do
welcome that
T-Fool.
beef.
All right,
I welcome that. I will upset that guy, him and his father.
All right, babe.
You know what I'm saying?
Don't have that. Don't have Auntie pull up on you now. Hellgate now. Don't have
Yeah, all
Auntie
right.
pull up now.
No, I think they both got talent, but I don't think neither one of them is good as they talk. I don't think neither one of them is good as they talk. I get the same
Yeah.
vibe from Raymond Ford that I get from Kid Austin.
Sorry about that. You're welcome. No problem. Right there, boy.
Well, if they so happen to make this so shocking
Who did Raymond Ford beat for his title? Who did he beat for his title?
don't get me to answer that because shit. Don't get me to lie to you because I don't know.
I know the fighter, but I don't know. I don't remember his name.
So basically, based off of that answer, what I was going to say was Raymond Ford in his biggest fight, he laid an egg. He laid an egg.
Yes.
Yeah, because I can't lie to you. I have to do research. I have to look back into that. I can't sit up here and be like, I know who he beat. I do not have a clue. I would admit that. Some people will sit there and be like, Free, I know who he beat. I ain't got to tell you. Long as I know who he know. You don't know.
All right.
I can't even look it up because BoxRec don't have the WBA on BoxRec, so I can't even look it up.
Oh man, BoxRec, what the hell y'all doing?
You know what? I could see. Hold up, I could figure it out.
I think he
Well,
beat
yeah,
him in
box
like the
fights don't.
last round,
They
like was
don't.
like the last minute of the round of the 12th round.
Some of these old ass rappers get on. Some
And
of
he
these
was
old ass
getting
rappers.
beat.
Some of these old ass rappers get on my nerve. I swear they do. Like, why are we still telling this story? Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, like I said, he beat somebody for the vacant WBA. It's some
Yeah.
dude OTABEK. I don't know how to say that name, and I damn sure don't know how to say his last name.
Hey man, don't be. Yo, we don't want none of that gang activity on this, man. What are you talking about?
His biggest fight, he laid an egg. So, like I said, he's not as good as he claimed he is, because when the bright lights was on, he couldn't perform. He couldn't perform.
I mean,
when the
the
bright
dude
lights
been
was
in some
on.
tough
That's what I
fights
said.
though,
I don't.
bro. That's it. He been in some tough
Yeah,
fights
but
though, bro.
the thing is, the thing is, he been in tough fights with guys that was mediocre. That's the problem. He was in tough fights with guys that was mediocre. Like, look at, and I'm not comparing the two, but I'm just saying, when a guy's in a tough fight, when you say he was in some tough fights, those guys was mediocre. When you look at Abdullah Mason, he didn't have a tough fight until he got into the fight with Sam Notes.
Yeah.
That's when he had his first tough fight.
I'll
And
be
he
honest
still
with you,
won
like,
that fight easy. He still won that fight easy. It was just a tough fight, but he still won it easy.
I think, like I said, after meeting them and seeing them fight up front, like I said, TV says one thing, but when you see them how they prepare and you see them up front, bro, it's just I have a different respect for Abdullah now because, excuse me, man, I have a different respect for him because all of them are sharp. The whole Mason clan is sharp, but
Yeah.
the style matchups do make a difference. You know, because I think some guys that like Figueroa and Nick Ball, the reason why I didn't watch it, because it wasn't appealing to me. But now I'm going to watch it, and you were saying what you're saying, so now
Listen,
I'm going to really look at it.
That's the thing about boxing. I watch what's not interesting to other people is what I watch, because it's just some things that you're gonna see that other people don't see.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because a lot of these guys are only used to watching guys that they're familiar with, and I'm like, listen, I'm gonna watch them. I'm gonna watch them.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watch. If I don't have to, if it's a fight that I don't have to pay for, I'm gonna watch every single match that come on TV. I'm gonna watch every single match that come on TV, because a lot of times these pay-per-view fights, they be charging for a fight that's really not a pay-per-view fight, and they just want to make some extra money off the fight, so they'll charge you for it. And I'm like, look, I'm not paying for that. If they showing it at Dave and Buster's, or they showing it at the bar, I go there and watch it, but I'm not paying for it, because it's not worth me paying $100 or $79 or $75. It's not worth me paying that for it. But if it's a match, if these guys that's fighting on these cards that most people don't watch because it's a pro box card and they don't know nobody that's on the card, I'm watching those fights because some of those guys are going to end up in a fight with some guys that we know, and they be like, man, I never heard of this dude. Well, I seen him fight on pro box. He a decent opponent. I seen him fight on pro box. I seen him fight on such and such. You're a decent guy.
But
that's
to be
why
honest,
I'm able to pick who I believe. That's why I'm able to pick who I believe is going to win, or who I believe is going to have a tough fight, because I watch some of these guys fight on pro box and some of these other low budget promotional companies.
I actually respect your opinion on the fighters. That's making me look at it. But the reason why I didn't watch the Ball of Figueroa is because I thought Figueroa was considered done. Like, I didn't really think of him as, he's not an appealing fighter to me. You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
but,
no, see,
you can never take your eye off these guys.
No, see, Figueroa is not done. What the problem with Figueroa was, he was facing a guy that he never could beat. They fought in the amateurs. Cool Boy was familiar with Figueroa. That's why you saw Cool Boy beat Figueroa twice. He was familiar.
Right.
But
Yeah.
what you did, what did you notice that Cool Boy did after he beat Figueroa? The very next fight, he got in there with a champion and lost.
Yeah.
The very
I
next
mean,
one.
Cool Boy,
He fought Figueroa, beat Figueroa, fought Monster anyway, got knocked out. He fought Figueroa, beat Figueroa, got in there with Oshaki and got the brakes beat off of him.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
a bad fight to him. But I know he got some cool money for that fight. I think that's probably why he did it. I don't think he really felt like he had a chance, even though he prepared for it, because he don't got no power. After he was exposed from Inoue, I just totally lost faith in that guy.
No,
Because
I'm gonna tell you what it was. He thought he can go to 130, and because Oshaki wasn't really known like that, and Oshaki had a few bad losses, and that he can beat Oshaki. What he was really trying to do, he was trying to avoid the Shushu fight, but it backfired on his ass.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to do. Because remember, before he made that fight with Oshaki Foster, him and Shushu was going back and forth.
Yeah.
They was going back and forth. And Shushu was like, let's make the fight. I'm your number one contender. Let's make the fight. And Cool Boy was talking his ish, and Shushu was talking his ish. Next thing you know, Cool Boy talking about, I'm moving to 130 to fight Oshaki Foster. We was like, what? I thought you was gonna fight Shushu. What happened to that?
What homeboy said in Players Club? Thought you was going with us. Thought you was going with us.
Happened.
look, I look at it like this. The longer they wait to fight against Shushu, the better he's going to become, bro. I'm telling you. Even if he was to take a look
about that. I just talked to his father about that the other night when I went live on the gram. I said, man, even with your son doing what he do, man, people still ain't satisfied. He was like, yeah, man, well, you can't please everybody.
You're not going to, but that's why I think it makes it interesting because of the debate. Like when we used to be on Instagram doing your show, I used to constantly say crazy stuff just to create the debate to see where everybody's intellect was at regarding fight fans. Because a lot of people talk it but don't really understand it, like dissected it as like Free would do it. Like I'm looking at it from three different perspectives: as a fighter, as a coach, and as a promoter, looking at the business aspect of it to see who's worth what, right? Everybody's fighting is worth looking at, right? But there are some style matchups that shouldn't be, that are, I would say, too premature or let it marinate a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
My thing is this.
I'm gonna tell you something, and Clarence can remember this. I don't know if you was on the live with me, Sifu, when I made these three different predictions.
Okay.
Every last one of them came true, and they all three are still undefeated. I said Abdullah Mason is going to be a champion. I said Shushu is going to be a champion, and I said Xander Zayas is going to be a champion. All three of them have became champions, and all three of them are still undefeated.
Wow.
All three of them. That was my three top prospects in different years. Those were my three top prospects.
If people go back to my old Instagram, videos, that's why I wish I would have been on here doing it, but it was all good. I had to start somewhere. But if you go back to a lot of those old videos, man, there was a lot of things that we predicted and said. Some came true, some went a different way than we explained it.
I remember the one when you said about the Abdullah Mason, because we were talking about when he fought in the Newark, and how he was the most boring fighter. Abdullah was the most spectacular fight. I remember you saying that. And then I remember us conversating with Pomac regarding that.
Oh, yeah. See, people don't know.
I remember all that.
I wish I would have been on here doing that, but it's all good. But yeah, and it's crazy because I still got those videos still to this day. Still, that's why I be telling when people be want to talk. I'm like, now be careful. You sure you want to go there? Because I hold my receipts. I got receipts from 2021 and 2022 and 2023. You sure you want to go there?
Yeah.
Some of y'all done lost y'all damn videos and could never get them back.
No, the thing is, I look at how the fighters, I look at their style of fighting, and I look at the improvement that they're making from fight to fight. I don't look at the opponent, so to speak. I look at the improvements that they're making. And then I start to look at the opponent. I say, okay, let me see if he improved on what I saw the last fight. And then I look at, okay, is this fighter that he's fighting tougher than the last guy that he fought? And if both of those check the boxes, then I say, okay, he's moving in the right direction. But see, like with a guy like Keyshawn Davis, I don't see no improvement in his fighting because he's not been.
How can you say that? He's much better since the Olympics. Much better.
Listen. I don't see no improvement in his fighting because he's not being tested. So I don't know what he needs to improve in. I don't know what he needs to improve in because he's not being tested. There's not a single fight that you could say Keyshawn Davis was tested in this fight. Not a single one. You could say this fight was harder for Keyshawn than another fight, but he's not being tested in none of the fights that he fought. None of them.
All right, so give me 3 guys that you think will test him.
3 guys that I think will test Keyshawn right now?
Right now.
Okay, I'm not gonna name none of the champions at 140 because that's where he fight at right now. At 140. I think Frank Martin would test Keyshawn. I think Frank Martin.
Your cousin.
No, he's a champion. I'm not putting no champion in there.
Okay.
Because the champion is the ultimate goal. I'm talking about a guy that's actually going to test him. Because Denny, that was more so a vacant belt. That wasn't even a title.
I'd like to see his brother test him, but it ain't gonna happen. I'd like to see him in Shakur, but that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, but that's a title. That's a title fight. So that's not even I can't put him in there. But I would say Frank Martin. I would say Subriel Matias.
Oh damn.
And I would say
yeah, Matias definitely, but that guy's on steroids.
And I would say Alberto Puyo.
Alberto.
Okay, I gotta take out Matias because Matias is known for cheating, so he don't really count. He's not a human being.
Matias never cheated in a single fight.
Here we go.
Never cheated in a single fight.
Here we go. So are you trying? You know what?
There's
you know
never
what's
been a fight that Matias popped dirty in.
I'm coming to you, Jim.
There's never been a fight that Matias had any outside the ring antics where they had to recall his fight. He's never.
I'm challenging you to. I'm challenging you to a sparring, Seafood, because I'm just sick of your shenanigans.
Yo, listen. I know Matias has some serious weight problems the day before his fight, bro. And I'm telling you, that guy was on shit, bro. I'm telling you.
What you're trying to tell me, the reason why Dalton. Hold on, you trying to tell me the reason why Dalton Smith beat him because he didn't have his juice, his high C? No. Is that what you're saying, sir?
I honestly thought, I mean, I'm being totally honest when I say this. I honestly thought he lost because he was weight drained. You know what I'm saying? Like he had nothing in his system, bro, because he was working till like late hours before he went back on the scale again. That dude had nothing in his system, nothing.
I mean, he could have been weight drained. He could have been weight drained, but
no, he definitely was weight drained. He definitely was that.
But to say that he cheated when he's never popped dirty for anything, I can't say that. I can't put something on somebody where I have no evidence of him cheating. If I ain't got no evidence, I can't say that he did it. That's like saying, "Oh, you stole my car 10 years ago." How you know I stole your car? I don't have any evidence, but I know it was you because you used to always admire my car. You used to always admire my car, so I know it was you. I ain't got no evidence, but I know it was you.
You stole my car, damn it.
I can't do that.
Hey, yo, your boy, Free's a fool, man. He a damn fool.
I mean, that's basically what all these people are saying when they have no proof of anything. If you don't have any proof, you're basically saying, I know you stole my car. I ain't got no proof, but I know it was you because you used to admire it. Oh, I know he cheated because he was having a hard time make the weight, and all of a sudden he made the weight.
I'm gonna use that today. I'm gonna use that today when Tiffany walk in. I know you cheated. I ain't got no proof. I know you cheated.
She gonna tackle you. She gonna tackle you to the ground, bro. You tell her that.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go to her school. I'm gonna go to her job and violate her. As soon as she come out, and I'm gonna just scream.
Oh, yeah.
I know you cheated.
I don't unless you can show me proof where he actually cheated, and it's not just Sabrina. This any fighter. When people say, "Oh, I know this dude is doing something," unless you got proof on it, I'm not saying that for anybody.
Listen, I'm waiting for the day when they talk about Better Beef. I'm waiting for that to come out. When that comes out, I'm like, I told y'all.
Whoa, sir. Wait a minute. You said Better Beef?
Yup. I think he's on roids too.
Oh, come on now. Jesus.
No,
listen, let me educate you on something.
Free,
let me educate you on something.
Get your man, Free.
No, let me educate you on something. Do you understand that popping dirty is not popping dirty for one thing? You know the people that feed them that they're chemists. They work it to the point where stuff is under the radar, bro. I'm telling you, this is what it is in that realm. They really do that shit.
Hold up. If they're taking something that's under the radar, how do you know that they're taking it?
Yo, listen, I got sources in different places, brother. I'm telling you, I know this shit.
But listen,
and I'm not afraid to say it. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
A lot of these guys are not clean athletes, bro.
No, listen what I'm saying. I understand what you're saying, but
right.
If they're taking something that's undetected, how do you know that they're actually taking what you're saying that they're taking?
No. I'm saying they're chemists, meaning they mix certain things that go underneath the radar because they have a lot of stuff that they put on. Like let's say they put it on the bulletin board that you can't have this much of this in you or this much of that in you, and they do stuff like. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff I could say. I just don't want to be pointed out for it because I know a lot of stuff about a lot of people, but I just don't say nothing. I just think a lot of guys cheat and they don't. Nobody tells. Like, even the shit about Bumgarner. See, that motherfucker is not natural, bro.
Oh man, here we go.
I said it. Listen, if I ever meet her in person, I'm gonna ask her the question. If she thinks I'm whatever, I'm gonna be like whatever. You can think whatever you want, but we know what you're doing.
This is the problem that I have with that. If you don't have actual proof, you're just making assumptions.
Bro, yeah. I'm not making. What I'm telling you is not an assumption, but I can't say because then I have to reveal the source. But I can't. I can't do that.
So somebody's coming to you with this information, or you're asking them, and they're telling you that. Are they bringing you the proof of what they're telling you?
Listen, I don't deal with people that. I don't conversate with people that are not credible. Let's put it that way.
No, I mean, okay? they can be.
They're not giving me paperwork.
No, but listen, they can be credible telling you what they heard.
Nah, not these people.
No, but listen what I'm telling you. Just because a person is credible doesn't mean what he's giving you is true knowledge of what he got. That doesn't mean the knowledge that he got was actually true.
I'm gonna need you to put your black card up. You ain't got to come outside with the black card. Put the black card up.
What I'm saying is, unless the person actually know of a person that's giving it to them, or that saw them actually take it, all they getting is a word of mouth from somebody else.
Okay, so let me say that. What is the McLean? What is the girl's name that was in that trains in Gleason's, the white girl that they were trying to make her, she fought Amanda something Hardy or Harden or whatever her last name is. Oh, he's not even there. Don't tell me Katie Taylor didn't pop dirty. She did. I mean, she didn't pop dirty, but she was definitely on steroids. That I know for a fact. The other girl from whatever, she trying to accuse Amanda of doing steroids, and when they tested her, she got popped dirty. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that take steroids. You know what I'm talking about? McLean, the white girl that trains in there, she's a trainer now. She fought Amanda twice.
Oh, I'm not even about to mention her name. I know you talking about.
Yeah, I know she popped dirty too.
No, but
you know what? I don't really care. That's them.
But hold on. But see, this is the thing.
I know you talking about.
When a lot of fighters take supplements. A lot of fighters take supplements. There are some legal supplements and there's some illegal supplements that you can take. So if a guy is taking supplements that's legal, he's not a dirty fighter. He's taking something that's legal.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not saying what you're saying is not conversation, but I'm telling you, not everybody is honest. Not everybody's honest.
I know that not everybody is honest. But what I'm saying is,
I mean, it's nothing we can do about it, man.
I can't say somebody is a dirty fighter if they never pop dirty. Because you saying, okay, this guy is taking something that's not showing on the radar. Well, I don't have any proof that he's a dirty fighter because I'm not a chemist. Unless I have the actual people that's making it and saying, yeah, we did this so it wouldn't show up on the test. All I'm saying I'm basically spitting in the wind. I'm basically spitting in the wind because saying that.
I'm not going to say nothing else unless I can give you documentation.
Listen, I know what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is you just making that statement and you have nothing to back it up. People is going to say exactly the same thing that I'm saying to you. What proof do you have? You say
no. You're right. You're right.
I know people that's giving me this information. But I can't tell you who it is because I have to give up my source, and I don't want to put them out there like that.
He's also going off conversations we didn't have with other, even before me getting a channel. We used to sit up on Instagram and have back and forth with people. Even before you started joining the lives, Seafood, that we used to go back and forth with people about these type of, because cheating's always been out there. We used to always have these type of conversations, and we used to tell people, because we used to have some real people come in that be in the comments that's really part of the boxing world that be like, the fuck are you talking about? Your man up there don't know what you talking about. He don't know. So yeah, we it's.
I know. Listen, I've been in the back dressing rooms and see guys pop the trainers pop the needles in their arm. I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of shit. I just don't speak on it because it's irrelevant to what it is.
I'm not doubting that it's not true, but it's kind of hard because it takes the fun away from boxing.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I don't say much. These motherfuckers be wrong.
This is why I tell people I love boxing a little different from what everybody else does, because everybody looks for little things so they have a reason to complain about boxing. But I always looked at it like this. If I had to worry about cheating all the time, it would kind of distance me from boxing, because then I have to look at everybody with the side eye. Like, this guy can't be that strong. That guy cannot be that strong. He got to be on something. You know what I'm saying?
I don't rule it out. I fought a guy with steroids before.
I can't look at it like that, because then I'll be watching every boxer from the side eye like, yeah, I got to watch him because he can't be that strong. He must be on something. Some guys are just naturally strong.
That's like Roy Jones, Evander Holyfield, James Toney. all of those guys have popped dirty for something.
Shane
Yeah.
Mosley.
They popped dirty for something, but when you do the research and you realize, okay, Roy Jones popped dirty for something that he's always been taking, and it was legal, and then they made it illegal. But it
Right.
was something that he always took. Then they
Right.
just recently made it illegal right before he had that fight, and so he popped dirty for it because it was something that he always took that was legal. So
Right.
it's like okay, are you going to say he's a dirty fighter, or are you going to say okay, that was a mishap in at a point in time in his career? So that's why I say I can't say that a fighter is dirty unless I know for a fact that a fighter is taking something that's illegal and they knowingly taking something that's illegal.
All right.
So
Let me
I
give you a
just can't say.
let me give you a story. Let me give you a better scenario. Right. And I want your honest take on it. Let's just say you was in a fight, right? And the Russells wanted you to be a part of the camp, bring the bucket in, bring the N-Swell, whatever. They're gonna pay you a certain wage just to be in the corner. Then you see right before they go out, they insert a needle in them, whatever, and they tell you what it is. Okay. How would you feel about them as a credible fighter? Would you maintain silence, or would you just be like, yo, would you not respect them anymore? Because I don't
You
respect
said
no athlete that does it. No athlete.
But would you?
they inserted a needle.
No, they give, because you in the back rooms, there's no surveillance of cameras or nothing back there, right? When you get ready for a fight, a lot of them do that in the beginning fights, in the early parts of their career, right? When they become online, meaning they become a certain level of popularity where they're being watched all the time, then it's a different scenario. But I'm just saying, what if you seen them do that and inject something in them and you knew it was steroids, right? Or if they even told you, would you respect them as who they are at this moment? Because then it raises the question: is how long you been doing it for?
I can't say that I wouldn't respect them for as who they are right now, because a lot of those fighters in their early stage of their career, well, majority of all fighters in the early stage of their career, they're not taking your analysis like that. So who knows what these fighters on early in their career? They're not in the VADA program. They're not getting tested like that in the early stages of their career. They don't really start getting tested till they become a contender and they about to fight for a title. That's when they
Right,
start to get tested.
but you understand that it is voluntary. It's not mandatory, right?
No, I know that.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, we can say that for everybody. We can say that for everybody because none of these fighters are getting tested at the beginning stages of their career.
Right.
None of them.
Right. That is my point in saying what I'm saying. So I'm asking you, how would you evaluate them after you witnessed that? I'm just talking about what I witnessed in comparison. If I find out anybody that, even if I respect you, I'm not gonna respect you after that because I was a fighter too, and knowing that you could put somebody down.
I wouldn't respect them. I wouldn't respect them for that because I know he's willing to do whatever it takes to win a fight.
Right.
So I can say I know for that fight without a shadow of doubt that he was a doped up fighter. I know for that fight. I can't speak for every fight, especially when there's a fight that I know that he's being tested for and he's not popping dirty for that fight.
Right. Right, but okay. You have a valid point, but I'm just saying, as an overall opinion, and this is value different sports also. I don't trust no athlete when it comes to stuff like that. Sometimes we have to fight against the grain because we're the B or the C side of the story, right? And we're still trying to make a way for our own future. But when it comes to stuff like that, because I've experienced it myself in terms of people doing that against me, it does, and that's when steroids wasn't even popular then in terms of a ban against on media. There was not, people knew it, but wouldn't voice it. I even have people that I know that takes that stuff now in the amateurs, and there's people that just won't spar other people because of that, right? Me personally, it doesn't give you super skill or nothing like that. It just makes you more durable and tolerant of pain, and you can last longer in your cardiovascular. That's the only thing it really does.
The way I look at it is like this, like I was saying in the beginning. And this is something that people need to realize, and this is for life. This is not just boxing. We can only worry about what we have control over.
Right.
There's a lot of things we just don't have no control over. But now, when something like that happens, we deal with it. When it happened to Devin, they called him a bitch for wanting to take Ryan Garcia to court. But you playing with my life. Hold on,
that's
you're playing with my.
I don't care
I mean, you're playing with my life.
Right.
I don't
but
care.
The only reason why they're doing that is because Ryan is the A side.
I don't care if you meant to take something or if it was by accident. I don't care what how you put it. You're playing with my life because all it takes is one punch or a couple punches, and now I'm sitting home like a vegetable. And somebody got to wipe my ass for me because I can't use my hands. But for real, I can't. I'm being so real, Seafood. There's a lot of guys out here that they got to have somebody wipe their ass for them. They got to have somebody feed them. They sitting in the living room. They sitting in the living room in another fucking world while their family is arguing about who's getting PC and the money.
Right. True. I mean, that's going to be most of the topic and most people who don't have, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not knocking it. I'm not saying.
No, but I'm just saying it's a lot of things that we don't have no control over. And if we let too many things worry us, it kind of distances us from a sport that really doesn't give a shit about anybody, but it will distance us from it. So that's the reason why I say I love boxing a little different from everybody, because there's certain things I know I have no control over. I just don't. And I'm like, this shit has been going on for years. Cheating's been going on for years. Guys not making weight. Guys not making weight has been going on for years. Guys not fighting who they supposed to been fighting. It's been going on for years. And then now you got these guys that go, I don't give a shit about belts. I don't care about this. I just want the biggest bag. Respectfully. A lot of this shit is going to go on. When we're not fans of boxing no more, it's going to continue to go on. It's messed up. But this is why I say I love boxing different from everybody, because there's just certain things I'm not going to let bother me, because it will remove me from it. It's removed a lot of people from it. You got certain content creators, Seafood, that has left YouTube because they like, I can't do this shit no more. You got guys that were coaches that actually walked away from boxing and was like, I did this shit for 30 years, and then after a while, I'm just sick of this shit because it's too much that come with it. It's not a loyal sport. It's a lot that comes with it. It's not loyal. You're loyal to it, but it's not loyal to you. You got fighters that you build from the ground up, and then they just decide one day, Seafood, you know, thank you for carrying me this far, but, you know, I want to get a world title shot in. I thank you for everything you did, but these people are going to get me the way I need. This shit ain't loyal to you. You loyal to it, but it ain't loyal to you. It's fucked up, Seafood. It's fucked up. You're right.
I see a lot of stuff in boxing that most people wouldn't even dare speak about. You know what I'm saying? But again, it doesn't hold me. It doesn't make me responsible or accountable for it. I'm just accountable for what comes in my training camp. I would not work with a fighter that's on roids. I would never do that. Only because I don't care how much money you paying. It's not worth it. It's really not.
Guess what? I got a better one for you. I'm not working with a fighter that ain't disciplined. And it ain't just about him not cheating. I'm not going to work with a guy who's constantly not making weight. You can't talk to him. He's not listening. Now he thinks he's better than you. He done went from being a fighter. Now he's trying to be the fucking trainer. You can't be both. I don't want to work with nobody that's not disciplined. Even if you're not cheating, that doesn't make you perfect. It's like you could not cheat at all, but I don't want to work with nobody that's not disciplined.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to come in and tell me how to be the trainer. I'm the trainer. You know what I'm saying? I'm the teacher.
Right.
You're the student.
Right.
Like, what kind of shit is that? How you telling
That's
me?
very
How you
common
walking
in
in
any
the gym?
gym.
Yeah. How you walking in the
That's very
gym?
common in any gym.
How you
I
walking in the
just
gym telling me
see, like I said,
what you doing? You know?
I see so many politics. Like, I don't knock fighters trying to fight for the bag now because we know who the lion's share is going to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not even about
Yeah.
the A and B side anymore. It's about the networks are not paying as much as they used to pay when Don King was around, and the promoters are all negotiating your thing, the good or the bad ones, or the managers. And they're
But
getting majority of your money while you slave labor for it. I think that's crazy.
Wait till our good brother D Free throws his hat in. When he comes with free promotions, we gonna clean all this shit up in boxing. We gonna clean all this shit up. We gonna clean all this up. When he get in there,
don't
I'm
want that
telling you right
headache.
now, Oscar De La Hoya and Eddie Hearn gonna want to fight you, Free. They gonna want to fight you, bro. I'm letting you know right now.
I'm not coming with no goddamn promotional company for the sport of boxing. I'm trying to be a general manager or a coach or an owner for a football team. For boxing don't have enough money for me. Get me into the NFL where all the money goes. Boxing don't got enough money for me.
I tell you what,
Isn't that crazy that it's like that, Free? Like, certain sports have guaranteed contracts and some don't. That's crazy, bro.
Like the NFL is the biggest sport in all of American sports. NFL is making, I say, probably about $21 billion a year.
No, I know a sport that makes more than that.
What?
Soccer.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
no. Soccer's making more than that. Yeah, soccer's making more than that in another country, but I'm talking about in America.
Oh, okay.
If you think about all of the teams in America, every team, these past free agency, the salary cap for every team was $301 million. That was the salary cap. $301 million. So each team gets $301 million to pay for players, to get players on their team.
I didn't know it was like that. That's actual facts. Yeah, I didn't know it was like that.
Yeah, next year is going to go up to probably like 321, 322,
Sheesh.
something like that. It goes up like almost $19 to $20 million every year. But this year it was $301 million for each team.
I suggest you start turning your fighters into soccer players.
That was the salary cap for every football team was $301 million.
Sheesh.
In order for the NFL to give teams $301 million as a salary cap, they got to be making billions of dollars.
Yeah,
they got to be making billions of dollars. Like the Washington Commanders, that team was sold to Josh Harris for $6.5 billion. Just that one team alone was sold for $6.5 billion, and that's not even the highest pay. That's not even the highest team. I think it's either the Cowboys or the New England Patriots are the highest team. I think it's the Cowboys. I think the Cowboys right now probably will sell their team for somewhere around $8 or $9 billion. $8 or $9 billion. But the Washington Commanders sold their team for $6.5 billion. Do you know how much Dan Snyder bought the team for?
How much?
$750 million.
Shut your mouth, Free. I'm gonna kick you off my show, sir. I'm going
He
to kick you
bought
off
it
my
for
show, sir.
700.
We don't allow no
Dog,
capping on the Duck Zone show.
dog, the man bought it for $750 million and sold it for $6.5 billion.
Man, do you know for that kind of money, Seafood, I would divorce Tiff and then marry her again? Jesus Christ. I
That's
would
crazy.
divorce her on purpose and marry her again. That is crazy.
Divorce
Yeah,
her
that is
on
crazy.
purpose to sign a prenup and then remarry her after she signed the prenup. Hey, hold on, the deal about to go through. The deal about to go through. Like, I want a divorce. All right, we can make the deal now. Go ahead, I sign right here. Bye. Hey, I was just joking. We can get married. We can get remarried. I'm gonna need you to sign this paperwork before we remarry. I'm gonna need you to sign this paperwork.
I need you to sign this. Oh, yo, y'all stupid. Oh my God, 750 million. Oh Jesus, man.
Dog,
That's a lot of money to throw around, though. I'm not gonna lie. That's a lot of money to throw around.
That's a lot of money,
you gotta,
man.
that
you
man,
gotta, you have to have a great accountant for that.
that man,
Yeah.
What? Let's see. He did more than double his profit.
Yeah.
He bought it for 750. He sold it for 6.5. So if you buy it for 750, 1.4 is double.
Yeah.
2.8 is quadruple. 5.2 is sextuplet, and then you got another 2 on top of that.
He said, but Free, check this out. You have to have a series of accountants or CPAs that know how to divide that money to pay all the people under you. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, though. That's crazy, though.
No, that's
to divide up.
When he sold it, he made 8 times the amount of money that he bought it for.
That's what's up. You can't knock that, bro. That's what's up. Because if I'm able to sell Champion Breed like that, bye Champion Breed.
No, I heard somebody say, "Oh, Dan Snyder mad that he sold the Washington Commanders." I'm like, that nigga ain't thinking about the Washington Commanders. That man got $6.5 billion.
Right.
He ain't thinking about the Washington Commanders. No, when you get that type of money, you ain't thinking about nothing. You ain't worried about nothing.
You got to remember, Free, you talking to the people that can't relate to that kind of money. Don't know what that type of money smell like. They don't know what that kind of money smell like. They ain't never counted that. Y'all worrying about him being, why the fuck would I be mad when you talking about 650 million? Are you kidding me?
I'm gonna put it in perspective of how much money Dan Snyder has right now. $6.5 billion. To say $6.5 billion. I don't know
can
what
I ask you something, Free? Where he live at?
Hold on. He live right here in Potomac, Maryland.
I'm glad you told me that. Seafood, I'm gonna give you some gas money. We going out there. We gonna ride around and find this guy.
You will never get nowhere close to his house. Nowhere close. I went to his house. I went to his house one time to do direct TV. You have to be on a list. He got like a 2-mile driveway. He got guards that sit out front of his driveway, and when you pull up, they ask you, "What's your name?" And you have to be on the list. If you're not on the list, your ass turning around and going back the other way. But just to put in perspective how much money he got, the man got $6.5 billion. There's roughly about 3 billion people in the world. He can give everybody in the world $1 million. He will still have $3.5 billion.
Yep. Yo, there is enough money in the world to end world poverty. That's definitely a sign. That's definitely a fact. But they just won't do it.
No, they won't.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna tell you the main reason why they won't do it. There's 2 reasons. Because the first and more important reason why they won't do it is because they don't care.
Right.
The second the second reason why they won't do it is because it changes the value of a dollar. When you
Right.
end world poverty, it changes the value of money.
Yeah.
Because
It does.
if everybody's on the same playing field, the value of a dollar it goes down because everybody have the same amount of money. So a dollar is not a dollar to them anymore. So it
Right.
changes the value
See
of
what y'all
the
did,
money.
America? See what y'all did? If y'all had voted for seafood, we wouldn't have had this problem, America.
No,
But
listen, I would have been like that too. I would spread the wealth as much as, but the only difference that I wouldn't do is I would not publicize it. I would be everything on the low. I would not publicize any good deed that I do on that level.
no, do y'all understand how much money that is?
Yeah,
Like
I do.
like right now, there's roughly, and this is only according to the censors. We don't. I mean, there's probably more, but according to the censors, there's roughly like 350 million Americans in the United States. Roughly 350 million Americans. Daggone Jay-Z and Beyonce can give everybody $1 million and they still will be one of the richest people in America.
Yeah.
Oh,
We know
yeah?
that's not happening.
Well, I need you to go work for a cable company and find out where they live so we can pull up to their spot. Free. Come on now. Use your mind.
Hey, I mean, it doesn't pay to work for a cable company now because everything is being streamed. Cable companies ain't making the money they used to be making. Like when I was working with Comcast, it paid to work for Comcast at that time. I was, like I told y'all before, I was making $4,000 every 2 weeks working for Comcast. $4,000 every 2 weeks, and because I was a contractor, no taxes were being taken out. I
I'll
paid
tell
that
you
at
what.
the end of the year.
You making that kind of money, as soon as you pulled up to your house, I sure would have been sitting in your yard. I know I could get something to drink today. It's payday,
No,
baby.
but I'm gonna tell you something. I wasn't even the highest paid employee at the time. I wasn't the highest paid employee. It would be like 7 of us that would go to the bank on payday every time. We go to the bank at the same time because we all hung together. So we would go out and drink and smoke. We'll hook up after work is over and things like that. So we always hung out. But we'll get our check. Soon as the bank manager see us walking up to the door, he'll see all the vans pull up, and he see us walking to the door. He automatically tell the teller, go open up the vote. They be like, go open up the vote. He's like, yeah, those guys right there, you don't have enough money in your drawer to pay all of those guys' paychecks. Go open up the vote.
Damn.
The smallest paycheck was like $3,500. The smallest paycheck was like $3,500. And the biggest paycheck was like $12,000.
I ain't gonna lie to
like
you. Me and you would have been great friends back then.
Yo, you see the cost of your friendship with him, Free? You should kick him to the curb for that.
Nah, we'd have been great friends after that. You know what I'm saying? All I had to say, you're free. Let me just hold $1. Just $1 bill. That's all I need.
I'm gonna tell you what I would have did for Clarence. I would have did for Clarence the same thing I did for my brother.
Here we go. Here we go.
No. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you.
Here we go with the dumb shit.
No, it's not nothing dumb. It's not nothing funny. I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for my brother. I'm gonna do the same thing for you. I will bring you along, let you see what I do, and tell my people that you just trained for the day. You're gonna start your own job tomorrow. I literally got my brother from being a hustler by working Comcast. My brother was hustling. Every day. He didn't have a job. He would hustle. He had his own house and everything. He was hustling. His wife had a job, but he didn't. He saw my paycheck. He was like, "Oh, you just got that off a bonus." I was like, "Nah, this is how much pay I get paid every pay period." So I brought him my first paycheck. He saw that. I brought him my second paycheck. He saw that. I bought him my third pay. He said, "This is what you make in every pay period?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Dog, when can I start?" I said, "You come with me tomorrow, and you'll start the following day."
Right.
He came with me one day, trained for one day. The next day he had his own route. He had his own van. The van you take home and all that. He started his own joint. He He never went back to hustling after that. Never went back to hustling. When
Yo,
he saw
you're a good
that,
dude, C3.
Nah,
when,
he definitely is
Because
because
McClain would have never did that for us.
nah, that's a lie. That's a lie. That's a lie.
when my brother saw
That's a
when my
lie.
brother saw that he can maintain his lifestyle off of working one job and not working hard at all, he was like, man, I don't even need to hustle no more. I can do this and I
I've
can
done
maintain my
plenty.
lifestyle.
I've done plenty of stuff like that where I've took people and be like, look, bro, you don't need to be doing this no more. Come to my job, man. My job don't pay a lot, but I'd rather see you do that than to see you on the streets. I've done
And
that
then
too
your
many times. And I
and then your
stopped doing
friends
it. I stopped
did your
doing it
friend
because people
did,
don't appreciate what you do for them. When you help people to get a job or put them in a certain position, they go out their way to make you look bad. So it's certain people I'm not doing that for.
he would have been like, Tommy, you ain't got no job.
Yeah, some people be, you can't help everybody out. Some people are just not appreciative. So I stopped that shit.
That is true though.
Now I brought a couple of guys to Comcast at that time because Comcast was just giving out money, dog. It was
Yeah, I remember one time they was going bonkers with the jobs.
It was easy to make money as a contract. I was like, you work in house or you're a contract? They were like, man, I work in house. I was like, dog,
That's
you might want to come to be
what's the people that deliver out here? Shit.
UPS?
It's not FedEx, not UPS. It's the other motherfuckers that walk around with the blue and black vests. Amazon. Man, they hiring like a mother. Like they hire more now than ever.
To the boss of this establishment.
They hiring like crazy.
I don't know how much Amazon is paying out in New York, but I know out here, when I was working at Amazon, you can start off as a delivery driver for Amazon making $18 an hour. I don't know how much they paying now,
man, listen,
but this was a couple of years ago.
You see more people working for Amazon. It's crazy up here. It is super crazy. Like that's all you see out here. You see more of them than anybody.
That's how it is out here. Amazon blew up like a mug when I started with Amazon, it was still growing. It was because I worked for Amazon twice. I worked for Amazon as a contractor when I wasn't directly with Amazon, and then I worked for Amazon as a Amazon driver. So when I first started with Amazon, it was nowhere near as potent as it is now. They putting up delivery spots everywhere now. But when I started, it was like one delivery spot for like 15 or 20 different cities. Like I was working out in Dulles Airport. Dulles, Virginia. Dulles, Virginia. That location where I was at, we pretty much had to deliver to the entire northern side of Virginia, from Dulles to Alexandria, which is right beside DC, well, right beside Maryland, and Arlington is right beside DC. Just to drive from there to Dulles was like a 45-minute drive. That was like a 45-minute drive. So if you had a route in Alexandria, it would take you from you getting your packages at the warehouse. It took you 40, well, actually longer than that because you were driving during rush hour. It would take you anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour and a half to get to your very
12
first
hours.
stop.
What's up? Hey, 12 hours. I need you to do me a favor, 12 hours. I'm gonna need you to stop falling asleep in the middle of your lives. Why I get up at 6 something this morning, your ass is asleep with the lights off. I don't know what type of freaky shit you got going on 12 hours, but I'm gonna need you to relax. I love you, baby girl, but Jesus Christ. I started the call and tell you, get up.
They don't do the swab test for your DNA. They do the swab test because they want to find out if you have done drugs, how long ago was it that you done drugs? Because they want to get your bloodstream. When you do it in urinalysis, the urinalysis it only can go back up to 30 days. But when they do the swab inside your cheek, that goes back to 6 months. So they want to know if you have done drugs, how long ago was it?
Some people don't realize that though, Free.
How much you have in your system, how long ago?
They don't realize that though, Free. So when they go take the test, goes on.
So
When
that's
they
why
go
they
take
do
the
the
test, they
swabs.
like, I
I don't know
failed.
about them catching no DNA or none of that. I don't know
Yeah.
that to be true, but I do know when they do the swab, because they do swabs for different types of companies. It already and but actually when I went for Amazon, they didn't do no swab for me. I did a regular urinalysis. I didn't do no swab, so maybe the company where you talking about is different. Now I have done a swab, but that was for IKEA. IKEA done the swab right when I had
IKEA.
my interview and I filled out my paperwork. They swabbed my mouth right there on the spot, and they told me within like I think maybe a day or two that I had passed my test, and then I could start work. But I don't know about no DNA. I know they do that. They collect DNA, but most people when they do the swab, they want to know if you have done drugs. How long ago was it that you done drugs?
IKEA. IKEA. Yeah. Yeah. These jobs out here, but too many people doing that Amazon shit. Somebody was like, "Why don't you go?" Man, I'm not going to do that shit. I don't want to do that. I don't take jobs for money. It's got to be for the love too. You know, you're gonna get paid. But make sure
Well, I
you
can't hear nothing.
do something that you love, man. I'm not taking no jobs because they pay good. I don't give a shit about that. That's got to be something I want to do. Because I'm the type, if I don't like it, I'm walking out of there. I don't give a shit what it is. Straight up. Thanks for joining us this morning, my beautiful people. Hope we didn't bore y'all. You know, because I do have a boring channel. Hope we didn't bore them free. No? There is stuff they can watch on TV, so I hope I didn't bore it, my good people. But see this video of Boots, Jerron Boots, and this is an old video. It's called Day in the Camp. I love it when they do that, when they be showing them in camp. I'm probably going to go watch that after this just to give myself something to do. But we will be back Thursday. We will be doing William Joppy. So make sure y'all here Thursday morning, William Joppy. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to my amateurs who just performed this past week.
Thing.
The 13th or the 14th. All my amateurs that performed at Gleason's Boxing Gym. Shout outs to y'all, the winners and the losers. Amateurs is in they this week. Where are they at? They're in Brooklyn. They're in Brooklyn this week. Ringmasters Road to the Garden continues. Somebody asked me when they're gonna see me back at the amateur shows. I'm working on that. Y'all just bear with me. We still in the third month of the new year. Bear with me. I'm gonna make something happen. I'm just moving at my own pace right now. I got this gig now from 3 o'clock to 7:30. So thank God I got some shit to do, some extra money coming in. Cause homie need it. It's hard traveling. Everything costs, especially in this dingy ass. This city so damn dingy. New York walk around act like they broke. This is a dingy ass city, man. The city ain't broke, but they will convince you that they are. Shout out to my guy Seafood, Coach Seafood for coming up here. D Free. We got Salida Promotions on the zone this week. Thursday. And then we got something going Saturday. Y'all just look all this stuff up. Y'all see it. You ready to take this down at 11 o'clock. 12 Vows, what's up? What's going on? What's the deal? You went back to sleep again, Vows, didn't you, huh? Now, you just commented 3 minutes ago, so you might have not went back to sleep. Girl, Vows be knocked out. Vows, you must work hard, because you be gone. You be going to the world, Vows. I'll be like, yo, what the hell? One day I was about to video chat you like, yo, let me let her know she's still active. She's still live. I'm like, yo, she's asleep. What the hell going on with Vows, man? You be all over the city too. Running around this crazy city can't get you tired. Yeah, I'll be like, yo, I'm about to video chat her like, yo, Vows, wake up. You know you live? You live, baby girl. Wake up. I ain't gonna lie to you. When I get like that, sleepy mode, I end my live. There's times I said on my live and I was tired and I was tipsy. So, yeah, trying to get those watch hours. Them watch hours are difficult sometimes. I think I done gave up. As crazy as this sound, I think I done gave up on. I'm not gonna say I gave up on that part. But I don't go as hard. You know, I let everything come natural. What the hell is this? Fight night. Who wins? I don't even know why that's up. The fight already happened. They making it seem like it just happened now. So you know, I don't give up, but I just be chilling, man. I don't even go hard no more. Like I'm gonna do what I do, but I'm just like I let everything come natural. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna just let everything come natural. Cause sometimes, you know, putting into this YouTube is cool, but you know, a lot of times you don't wanna overwork it, or people actually stay in. Nah, I think when they come into your shit and you be asleep, a lot of them either don't know or they just be, I don't know, they might have some fetish with watching you sleep. Ain't no telling what's going through their sick minds while you sleep. People are sick. One point, yo, you got a crazy view for people just watching you sleep. Shit, I'm gonna sleep on my live then. See how many views I get for that. You got that many for that. I'm gonna sleep through my shit and see what I get. I probably ain't gonna get nothing. They gonna drop off my live. Because half of them don't like what I be talking about anyway. Which is all good. I don't stress it no more. I'm not letting YouTube get the best of me. If I'm successful in YouTube, I'm successful. If I'm not, then you know I gotta go about it another way then. But I refuse to let YouTube drive me crazy though. Some people be going off the deep end. No, you know, it doesn't really matter to me like that. 12, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you because I don't let the views and all that or the amount of people I got on my chat determine if I'm gonna be successful or not. I got other things that I'm working on that's gonna help me be successful besides me just sitting home going live. The sitting home going live is cool, but once this weather really start breaking out and getting warm, yeah, shit, y'all gonna see me everywhere. Central Park, you're gonna see me at every part of New York. You're gonna see me in Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island. I might be on the ferry because I'm going to Staten Island a lot. I'm definitely going to Staten. Oh, you been to Gleason's? Yeah, shout out to Gleason's Gym. Shout out to Coach Blimp, Don, Coach Ron, Ronnie, you know what I mean? Heather Hardy. Shout outs to them over there. Yeah, I know it is. I just told my wife I'm gonna go over there and get some merch. Gleason is probably the number one gym in New York City that has the dopest merch. Like besides me rocking my No Doug Zone merch, I would rock their merch over there too. So shout out to Gleason's, man. I ain't never got to train in Gleason's, but I'm gonna do it this year. All the times, all the opportunities I had to train over there, I'm gonna go over to Gleason's and get some work in. I'm gonna go get some work in. Yeah, I'm definitely going to do that. I told myself I ain't never been over there to do it, but I'm gonna finally go over there to do it. Gleason's is dope. It's a lot of dope gyms in New York, but to me, New York needs a lot more gyms, especially in Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to Mendez Boxing. You know what I'm saying? But Mendez Boxing is the only gym in Harlem. Oh yeah, I know you're talking about. That's Blimp. That's Coach Blimp. That's Coach Blimp. When you come in, he's sitting all the way in the back in that little corner where the other ring is at, that the guys wrestling. That's Coach Blimp. That's my guy. I could go in there right now, literally, and just go kick it with him. I don't even have to be there for a reason. I always go in there and drop in on him. Coach Blimp. That's my guy right there. Good dude. That's a good gym with a lot of good trainers, hardworking trainers. You know what I mean? He's very cool. That's my brother. I love that dude, man. Good guy. Every time when there's a media workout and the fighters come, because there's a certain spot that I stand in. When I come there, I always either call him and tell him to hold that spot down for me, or I just get there early. Because I need a certain spot when it's a media workout, when I'm, I got to get a good angle. But yeah, Coach Blimp is definitely a good dude. He's a real good dude. A lot of them in there. Yeah, we got to get some gyms in Harlem, though, man. You know what I mean? We got to get these gyms in Harlem. We don't have no gyms. I don't care if it's the east side or the west side. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that it's not really hard to get certain stuffs in Harlem. Like in Harlem, we got so many 99-cent stores. We got so many hair salons and beauty supply stores and barbershops, and that's cool. Liquor stores, smoke shops, when I'm sick of seeing them shits, because we know what smoke shops mean, and we know the kind of people who hang around that. But we need to get us some boxing gyms, man. We need some gyms. Oh yeah, they definitely get ready to do that. Oh, let me tell you something. All that wild behavior that's going on across the street, on the other side where the chicken place is at, in the liquor store, all that hanging out in front of the bodega, and you see how they demolished the McDonald's and all that, which I'm glad they demolished that McDonald's, because too many people use that McDonald's as the hangout spot, the kids, the homeless people. Oh, it's a lot of this nonsense that's about to stop. It's a lot that's about to stop. Now, I know people don't like change because it comes in and it makes it look like they trying to run out the black people. But let me tell you something. Sometimes change is necessary. I'm just not going to allow change to make me feel uncomfortable in the place I was born in. That's the difference, because you have some people come from different states and different countries that come here and try to make you feel like you don't belong here. And I'm not going to have nobody make me feel like that. So I don't care if you're from New York, if you're from a different state or a different country, you ain't going to make me feel like that. Because believe me, you'll leave New York before my ass will. I mean, I left New York before, but when you talk about leaving for good, you'll leave before I do. But this is my city. And I don't mean my city like I run it. I mean, I'm from here. You ain't going to run me out of here. Please believe that. If anybody going to go, it's going to be your ass. I mean, so yeah, people need to keep that in mind. You say you see they put those. Yeah, I seen that. I pay attention to all that. I be paying attention to a lot of stuff when I'm outside, because that's the type of person I am. That's why danger slaps a lot of people in the face out here, because people don't pay attention to shit. People pay attention to what they want to pay attention to. You know what I'm saying? I pay attention to a lot of stuff that I be like, oh, okay, that's what we doing? Yeah, that part. And like this summer, there's going to be a lot of shit going on this summer. Believe me, a lot. And I'm not going to be a part of none of that crap. That's why I'm planning on going all over the place. Yeah. Well, that's why I always say, pay attention to your surroundings. Protect your peace, space, and surroundings. That's why I always say that. A lot of people still today don't understand what the hell that means. And they wonder why they find themselves in trouble all the time. Because you're not protecting your peace, your space, or your surroundings. You don't care. Some people just get up every day living life. Don't even have a reason. They just live in life. I watch all that. But I also don't get addicted to staying in my hood neither. That's why I love it when the weather get warm. Because let me tell you what I like to do, 12. If I don't want to be in Manhattan, if I don't want to be in Brooklyn or Queens, I'll get my ass on a boat and I'll take my ass to Staten Island. They got places where you can sit. They got a nice little park in Staten Island that you can sit your ass by. They got places you can go eat. You don't have to be around all that. When I want to get away, that's what I do. That's what I do. I get away from all that. Because there's certain shit I don't want to be around, and I don't have to be around it. Somebody who wants to sit around in their hood all day and just complain about what's going on in the hood, well, maybe if you get out, you wouldn't have to worry about what's going on. Like I said earlier, I ain't got to walk around with my black card all day, which means I ain't got to show you how black I am. So I ain't got to sit in the hood and just sit around all day to prove to you how black I am. Because somebody said you don't be in the hood like that, we don't see you like that. I'm not doing none of that to prove nothing to you. Kiss my behind. How about that? Because I know where I come from and I know what I've been through. And I know what plan God has for me. You have nothing to do with that plan. So therefore, your opinion does not matter. Yeah. Yeah. As much as I'm gonna be traveling for this boxing, getting on the train, going to different places, they got a gym in Staten Island. They got a gym in Staten Island that I want to go train at. And I'm gonna go do it. So this summer, No Doug Zone's doing basically whatever it is that he wants to do and not worrying about what everybody else is doing. Can't get caught up in what everybody else is doing. I like seeing them. Yeah, I like seeing it too. Yeah, I'm about to get up out of here. Shit. Nah, you know what? I wanted to do the Puerto Rican Day Parade. I had an idea about what I wanted to do, but I wanted to be on the float. I want to work on getting my own float. It takes some money, but it also takes some people coming together to make something happen. And that's the problem. You can't get people to come together and do shit. That's the thing that pisses me off. Everybody want to be a part of something, but everybody don't want to contribute. And that makes me mad. As soon as you start asking people for money, they start speaking a different language. I think I'm gonna find out because I want to be on the float. I don't want to be like, you know what I'm saying? I want to be on the float. I'm gonna start talking to some people about it and see what I can make happen. As soon as you start asking for help, I swear people speak a different language. They don't want to help you, and then when you start doing it, they think they're supposed to be a part of it, which is crazy to me. You want to be a part of something, but you ain't help. I'm gonna check into it. I want to start getting out there with it, so I want to see. I mean, if you're gonna live in New York and live in Harlem, at least make your life worth something. Because other than that, wouldn't be no reason to be here. Three corner resources have several. Yeah, I see them a lot. I just passed them the other day. I was coming from 149th in the Bronx, and I crossed the bridge, and I was walking on their side. They were sitting under the scaffold with the kids, I think playing dominoes or something. They were showing them how to play certain games and all that. But shout out to them, though. We got to get more going for these kids. Yeah, you got to step it up. Everything we do in life, we got to step it up. Everything we do in life. She probably did, which nothing's wrong with it, because it's hard out here. But I guess as long as you proving what you're doing with the money that's being funded to you, it won't be an issue with you getting it. See, because you gotta be careful giving everything to our people, because we too damn greedy. We want money so fucking bad, but then end up not doing what we supposed to do with it, which kills me. Why should somebody go out their way to give you money and for you to turn around and not do what you're supposed to do with it? That's what I don't get. That's what makes me sick. That's what makes me sick about my people. Always trying to find a way to get over. That's why I won't do business with everybody. That's why I don't conversate with everybody. There's certain topics I won't have with people because some people are just full of shit. Getting funding is just not easy all the time. And if you don't have an idea of what you're going to do with that money, some people just be like, yo, I need money, I need money, I need money. Well, we all need money. But we not just going to give you money because you need it, fool. I don't be understanding people and how they think. They think it be stupid. Some people really believe in what they be saying. Like, make it make sense. Yo, for real, some people really believe in what they say and try to convince you to believe in they bullshit. I'm not with it. No Doug Zone do business with anybody. Believe me, it's gonna be legit. They don't have a service plan. They just want money. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I just want money. Well, fool, we all want money, stupid. But I'm not gonna let you get over. You're not gonna get over me trying to make $1. I promise you that you won't. That'll be the last mistake that you would ever make with me. Because no Doug Zones are. It's his own business. It doesn't belong to nobody. Nobody can't take it away from me. Can't nobody do nothing about it. If So if you don't protect it and you let something happen to it, that's on you. That's your loss. Because at the end of the day, don't nobody care about you and what you got going on anyway. People will step on your toes or take advantage of you if they see that they can do it. If they see that they can do it, they're going to go ahead and do it. You ain't going to be able to be mad with nobody but yourself. So he wanted to help guys coming out of prison with getting their I mean, that's cool if he's legit. See, but I hear what a lot of people say. I don't get impressed by what people say. I get more impressed about what they do. Because let me tell you something. We got a lot of guys that talk that good shit, and then they do the total opposite. Just no people. No people to help. He wasn't legit. Yeah, well, yeah. Some people be full of shit. They be full of it. That's like people walking around talking about, I'm raising money. I'm raising money for this, or I'm raising money for a basketball team. A lot of time they be full of shit. I literally watched these two dudes for I don't know for how long, stand on 125th and other places talking about they raising money for a basketball team. Man, get the fuck out of here. Now, before you used to be able to give people money because you supported them. Nowadays, you can't do that. Unless it's somebody in your family and you really know where the money going, you can't just be out here trying to just give people shit and then say, I could give them the $10. I don't care what they do with the money. What they do with the money is their business. No, ain't nobody got money to be fucking throwing away. I don't care if you're a billionaire or gazillionaire. Kidding me? I prefer the candy guys. Yeah. People out here ridiculous. And they'll be your own kind trying to get over you. Your own kind. I'm not supporting you because you're black. I'm supporting you because you're doing the right thing. So if you think because you black, oh yeah, I don't give a shit about none of that. And I go for any race. And that's just how it is with me. I don't care who respect it or not, or who understand it or not. That's me. And like I said, I'm not gonna walk around with my black card just to prove to you how black I am. You walking around with a black card trying to prove to people how black you are, you're pathetic. You know what God made you. You know what he made you. You've been looking in the mirror all your damn life. You ain't got to prove to nobody out here. Hell yeah. Yeah. Let me tell you something, 12. people, yeah. I know how to take care of the people. I know how to take care of the people, man, but I also know how to take care of the health. Like I'm working on something where I could do my first turkey drive. Turkey giveaway, you know what I'm saying? The elderly people get served first. Let the elderly, you know what I'm saying? Because you got a lot of people. Now, let me tell you something. It's hard for us to do for our communities because they don't appreciate shit. And then you wonder why people that's in power, that got money, you get mad with them because you go, you know what? You got enough money where you could do turkey giveaways, you could do Christmas, you could do Christmas drives, you could do this, and you don't do that. Some people don't want to deal with what comes with it. And some people get talked into doing it. And then when they do it and they go left, the first thing they go is, I should have fucking did it. I knew I should have followed my first instinct. But because you let somebody talk you into coming off the porch where it was safe, I go do that. And then look what happened. You'll go out your way trying to help your own people, and they still don't appreciate the shit. I'm not doing it. And I'm not about to keep my black card on me to show you how black I am. Everything is black, blackity black. Yes, in Harlem, we need to get black businesses back up. The ones we have is okay, but it ain't good enough. If you got a barbershop, that's cute. I'm not impressed. You got a hair salon, I'm not impressed. That's cute. But we can have bodegas. We can have 99-cent stores. We can have Kennedy's. We can have a black pizza shop. You think we can't? We can have all that. Yeah, actually, I'm getting ready to do something with them. So be on the lookout. Yeah, I'm getting ready to do something with them. I got some things coming up that I'm getting ready to make happen with them. Actually, I'm going to go see them this week. So, yeah, I'm all over the place. It's going to be a busy year for me. Busy summer for me. I'm staying focused, staying out the way. I don't want to be around a bunch of hood rats, and I don't want to be around a bunch of people that ain't got shit going on. I'm 43 years old. This is the age where you're supposed to be doing something with yourself and not sitting around wasting your time. Some people ain't got a problem with sitting around wasting their time. I got an issue with it, and I'm not going to do it. So, yeah, it is what it is. I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate that for everybody that came through. Appreciate all the ones that didn't stay. It's all good. Just smash that like button. We're going to keep doing what we do, no matter how many people watching. I don't care how many people are watching. It don't matter to me. We're going to continue to do what we do because I ain't going nowhere. You got to deal with me. Everybody be safe out there. Be blessed. We'll be back again with some more boxing talk. All right, make sure you smash the like button, like, share, and subscribe. And always remember to protect your peace, space, and surroundings. Y'all know what it is. It's the No Doug Zone podcast. Let's go.